Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SRW TV and to Sandown Raceway, the legendary track in Melbourne. Tonight we've got a mixed feeling about how the show is going to go, but we are going to pay tribute to, well, a fallen soldier, or you might as well call him in that way, a community member, Eddie, that everyone knows and everyone will be racing with. Race for Eddie. The boys will be out at 10-2 to do a lap of honour on Eddie's behalf, and hopefully we can have a bit of a chin wag about that. Afterwards, I'm going to drop in and pull in one of the fishy boys in for a few seconds before we go to the lap of honour and everything like that, and have a bit of a chat with Blake about the legend that Eddie is. So just bear with me and I will bring Blake in for us. Mr. Delaney.
Hello, mate. How you going?
Good, mate. It's a somber mode at the moment. Just thought I was reached out to Michael and thought if we can get one of you boys to come in and shout outs, and just to give this a bit more depth than what me and Pete have got. You guys and Fishy Boys have been around Eddie for a lot longer than any of us have, and just thought maybe you guys want to have a few words on behalf of their family and just give us a bit of a snapshot of what Eddie is and who he was to everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. Mike and Michael Angus and Ty sitting in the room as well. If you want to drag them in, they're keen to come in just quickly.
Yep.
So, look, I mean, it started a long time ago with Eddie and the Fishy Boys, and look, he's not just from big supporters of Fishy. He's a supporter of the entire community. So we can't be sitting there and taking all the credit for a guy that we claim to be ours, as much as he is ours, and we love having him around. It's a heap of fun running with him, and been a heap of fun on Discord. Just let me get rid of this. So yeah, he's been in and around. All the guys that stream, Michael can tell you a little bit more about this in a second. I've just got to go and announce something on Discord with the boys. One sec. Sorry, mate.
No, you're all good. So people that are watching, we've got Blake Delaney, Michael Angus, and young Ty Delaney in the room with us tonight, having a bit of a chat, and the boys will be going for a bit of a lap in the next minute at 10 past. What you're going to see is moment silence for everyone to take part in. That includes the viewers as well as us. And then what we'll have is the Fishy Boys lead everyone out, followed by the SRW team and the rest of the drivers. So Blake is just giving everyone a bit of a heads up on who Eddie is and what he means to everyone out there in the community. So bear with us, and everyone, just a minute silence. Second, and we will start the boys on our lap of honour, led by the Fishy Boys and the SRW team, and then the complete entourage of all drivers that are participating in tonight's event.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
No, you're right, mate. I was pretty much relaying to the people what you were saying to the people. We had our moment of silence as well while you guys did it in-house as well. So that was very cool, mate. Well done.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, we got young EJ in Discord tonight as well. He's Eddie's young fella, so he'll be in there just to have a listen, have a bit of a chat. Young fella's 13 years of age. He's pretty keen to sort of follow in the in the old man's footsteps with with computer fixing and setups and all that sort of stuff. But the guy's a genius. Like when you talk computer software and or hardware, he is absolutely the greatest at sorting it out. So at any one time, he would have a Discord going. He'd have a stream going on his phone, a stream going on his iPad, on his computer, and basically everything going on. And we'd be sitting there going, how the hell is he watching everything that's going on with all the streams that are there? And he'd be fixing a PC at the same time and giving us a whole bunch of crap. So it's pretty awesome what he was able to achieve. So yeah, awesome.
Definitely,
awesome
definitely not the genetic male that can't multitask, eh?
Yeah, he's quite an interesting fella. He really knew how to sort a piece out. Like the strange thing was, like, for the sim community, this is genuinely what he was like. So you would be having a genuine problem before the race, and we're 15-20 minutes before the race, and he would have this thing called AnyDesk, which for any IT bloke with a propeller on their head would understand what it is, but essentially it's a link from his computer to yours to dial in and go, okay, I'll fix the problem and understand what it is, and you can go racing. And that was what he did 1,000 times for the boys. Everyone has PC problems, everyone has hardware problems, faults with software, you name it. He was able to jump on, diagnose, fix it in little to no time at all, and the guys could be racing, which is pretty cool. So yeah.
Has Michael got something to say, Mike? You got a few words to say as well?
Yeah, I mean, just echo what Blake said there. You know, like he was a big supporter of not only our team but the community as a whole, and you know, I think echo a lot of the words that a lot of people has said this week. You know, he's very giving of his time, and you know, for someone like EJ, his little kid to his son to jump in with us tonight. You know, after probably the hardest day of his life, but he said to us word for word, you know, it was one of my dad's biggest passions was jumping on the sim and seeing you boys do what you're doing and running around together, and you know, it's pretty cool. So yeah, just to pass on that we're all thinking of the whole family, and as I said, getting out and having a bit of a race tonight's something, you know, something small but pretty cool.
It's amazing with the virtual community that we have, how you get to know people so well without actually meeting them, and I'm finding a lot of it with the drivers and people that I'm meeting through the community. I mean, I met Dikey for the first time this year, and it was like, I'm not even going to shake your hand, mate. Come in for a hug. So you get this bond over this virtual world that we have, and it's something really special. I think it's an amazing time to spend with people, and sounds like he was an absolute legend himself.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think anyone you ask that has met him or spoken to him online or has needed help would say exactly the same thing. So. No, one of the good guys, and as we've said a few times, it's not fair that, you know, one of the good guys is picked up by such an evil thing, but, you know, his spirit will live on through his son and the rest of the family, and as I said, we sort of know how much he loved getting involved in our team and some of the other teams, so being able to go out and have a bit of a race for him tonight is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's very, very special, and I hope everyone appreciates it, and the boys that are out there have an absolute blast in his honour.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we won't hold back.
Yeah. Well, it looks pretty awesome on screen, guys. So I'm thinking Eddie would be up there smiling and loving every minute of it.
Yeah, absolutely, mate.
Well, we'll let you guys go. Have some fun, guys. And me and Pete will try to do it justice and give you guys the best smiles that we can for all our viewers out there. So good luck tonight, and Ty, maybe tonight you can beat Dad without him letting me past.
I'll try my hardest.
Thank you guys. I appreciate you giving us the time tonight. That's really cool. So thanks, boys.
It's all from the heart. We love it. It's what we're here for. It's part of the community, and you know, we're always here to support it. So good luck tonight, guys, and to Eddie's family. Just let you know that all these people out here, that not just the Fishy Boys, it's the Juice Racing boys, it's all the other teams as well. Leapfrog, it's everyone out there is you know, probably gutted in their own way from the way they've been touched by Eddie. over the years, and I hope that you guys appreciate what the people out here believe Eddie means to them.
Yeah, absolutely, Cinko, mate. And he would be sitting there right now saying, "Radio, Steve. That's enough, mate. Get on with it. Let's go." Because he'd be wanting to watch a broadcast, he'd be wanting to watch 14 different streams, and he'd be absolutely loving it, mate. Like some people play cricket, footy, basketball, whatever. He did this, and he loved it. So
exactly.
Let's get on with it, mate.
All right, let's have some fun. Let's get the qualities going, get in there, mate, and try to get a clean lap.
Good on you. Cheers.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now ready for qualifying. The boys will be making their way out and getting going. We are at Sandown International Motor Raceway in Melbourne's southeastern suburbs. And rumour that this track won't last very long as well. There's stories that it's going to be going to development due to the noise and the racing and everything like that. I don't know who's going to be complaining about the noise because across the road is one of the biggest cemeteries across that side of town. But we are a 21-degree track, 29% humidity, 14-kilometre wind. Today is a 38-degree track, so it's going to be an interesting night. I think it's going to be a little bit on the slippery side, judging by that temperature, but we will see what the boys like. I'm rumoured that Dave Coleman is a bit of a specialist at this track. He loves it. And he gets around it fairly quick out of all the fishy boys. So that was the warning I had from the boys last week when they all said about it. But some of the biggest races we've had at SRW have been at this track. Pete, I think you were involved in the one we did with the 50 laps of Sandown.
Yeah, I did, mate. I think I was one that that caused one of the biggest safety cars we had in the race. Good evening, Steve. Good evening to the viewers. And what a touching lap that was, mate. No, I tell you, I could have probably used Eddie's help just right before this broadcast, try to get everything set and to go set for Wednesday. Had to jump in today early, and everything really wasn't tested. And then, well, I got there, but Eddie also meant a fair bit to me as well when I was broadcasting. Is everything and more exactly what Michael and the Fishy Boys said there, Steve, and I think everyone can agree that the sim community, every single member of the sim community that has been touched by such a great man is a better person for knowing him, Steve.
Look, it's exactly. I can't put it to words like, but yeah, you're spot on there, mate. People out there are already giving tributes to him. Coleman's, he was a genuine supporter of the sim world. Griffo, RIP, Eddie, you're a legend. Barb, well done, everyone. That was an amazing tribute as far as the guys on track. Barb's our one of our racing control poor guys out there. Ray Douglas didn't know him, but kudos for his talent in the sim and the computer wizard that he was. So there's a lot of people that are coming out there. Tonight, people, we're going to try to have some fun in his honour. We don't want it to be a somber night. We want it to present what Eddie would have expected us all to do, and let's go out, race hard, have fun. I'll try not to talk too much so that Pete can get a word in. Because we all know once I get on a trot, it's all over Red Rav. He might as well fight me for the mic. But I'm expecting a pretty awesome time out there tonight. So that's practice finished.
Yeah, 100%. It's going to be a great night. Sandown, to me, since its inception here on iRacing, and in the big scheme of things, it's a relatively new track, Steve. It's relatively new.
Yeah, it still is, yeah.
It's been a hit with the whole community, I think. It's probably one of the biggest hits iRacing would say. I will go out on a limb and say that. But for me, one of my favourite tracks, and I can't drive for you-know-what in a supercar, but I can actually do a few laps around here. Not quick, but I can actually do a few laps. This track has everything. It's got the straights. You watch down at Dandenong Road. Now, if there's a safety car, which there will be at Sandown, Dandenong Road, you might as well say it's a 70-30 is going to happen there.
Yep, exactly. I'm just counting at the moment, mate. How many people out there tonight? It's is the system telling you?
Nope, there's 0 next to everyone's name. So
There's just over 35 guys out there tonight, so it's going to be an absolute ripper. Yeah, look, you know what? And the track came out. I think we did the 50 laps of Sandown in January of 2021, and that was one of our biggest events. Still till date, it is probably our biggest online viewing numbers. And I actually think it's next to Bathurst. Everyone loves Bathurst because of what it is. But as a track to drive and not be on the edge of the seat that you're going to hit a wall every second, I think it's sensational. It's got everything. It's got the hard braking. It's got the straight. It's got the chicanes. It's got everything. And it's got some corners that you really have to test yourself and go hell out for leather to make it through and make a good time.
and it's a track that I've noticed it's almost bred of what I've watched, almost bred and made, created for the crisscrosses. You'll see lots of crisscross maneuvers where the guys will dive down, well not dive, that you don't really say dive down, but put their nose in there, get it done, and then they get the position made, and then next minute it's swapped around again. Lots of positions, or changes of position rather, is probably a better way to say it, Steve, is one thing that I'm looking forward to this track, because it really does promote hard racing.
It does. I think you know what? It promotes the traditional Aussie style of racing. It really does. The you know, getting the elbows out a bit, swapping some paint, and just that gutsy way you've got to drive on this track. You can't just drive it casually. You've got to be all in it or forget about it.
Well, let's jump on with, let's go with Dykey. We'll jump on board with Dykey, Jamie Dyke, that is, Fishy Motorsport. And we'll still talk through it, Steve, but I think this demonstrates just how committed you have to be through this section, and you've got to be really careful to stay off that wall. You can use a little bit of the grass now that they've changed the model to go down, but if you stuff up that corner down here, the guy behind you will get you.
Yeah, correct. You've got to get exit out to this bit here, because this is one of the fastest parts of the track. You've got to get the exit out of the Penrite corner, what are they calling it these days? These lumps here, getting the brakes on hard here is a few passes to here, because some of the boys will travel a bit too far and too deep, and you'll get that option on the inside. And I've seen a lot of passes happen on this corner as well. And it's a tricky one too, because you've got to get over that bump and get the car turned around and ready to put the foot down, because if you don't, by the time you get to the end of this straight, you're under attack again. Another big place for passing on the inside, just like Dykey was looking to have a bit of a sniff there. Looked like, until he just pulled the anchors on me. But yeah, it's got a lot of little tricky nuances to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. You get the same or similar feeling here at Sandown than you do at Bathurst, where it's hard. The supercar, by far, I still say it, is by far the hardest car to get a handle on the surface.
I don't think anyone would disagree with that, even from here to America to Europe. To drive this car is really, really hard.
And then throw in the element of difficulty with Sandown and your Bathurst and tracks like that. It's frustrating. Lots of, expletives when you're driving the track, but when you master it, there's expletives as well, but on a different scale. It's similar to Happy Tears.
Yeah. And then you add on top of that 30 odd cars.
Yeah.
And then you add to that, within the first 20 to 30 laps, people lapping each other. So it's going to be interesting. Before we keep going, Pete and Lil Fleming, Pete and Lil Freeman and Tom sending out the condolences also to everyone that knows Eddie and to the Fishy family, and wishing us a good call tonight, mate. I think we'll be hard pressed to stuff this one up tonight.
Mate, it's been a really rough return behind the buttons and the mic. Tonight's not going too bad. It's Sandown, it's Supercars. I know pretty much most to all the field. I'm going to enjoy it. I've changed my mindset already from the way we were talking before. We transitioned into the awesome tribute we did for Mr. 81 Kenobi, and and now the race is about to start. Angus, though, 107.1, plays 107.2 for O'Reilly and Delaney, 107.2 also. It's almost going back to the 86s that we did the other night, where you don't talk in seconds, you talk in tenths. So where we got top 18 cars, Steve, or within a second.
Yeah, it is nuts. And you know what? It's what we expected at Sandown, isn't it?
Yeah, especially because draft down and up the straights.
Yeah.
You also need a partner there. That'll bring the times down also. There's the field spread there, mate. So right down to 23rd position, 1.7 seconds. Remember, we have the Pro and the Pro-Ams here tonight as well. It's looking like we've got a couple of fast guys in the AMs.
No, he just popped up the 107.144, put himself up in the top spot. So the foot's coming down. Everyone's starting to get their laps in. We've got, what, 5 minutes left in, so this is the serious part, isn't it? This is the part where everyone's got their feel for the track. They've found their gap and they're going to go for it.
Yeah, also, Steve, I'll throw a question at you, mate. What's the go? Is this an open set being Pro-Am?
Yes.
Okay.
Open set. They've got their own setups that they choose, and the boys will be testing during the week. I know the Fishy boys use good old Josh from Precision Training. I think that's what it's called. My brain is not left me. But yeah, so they'll be open setups. They'll have fine-tuned everything. Juice boys, good old Dodd's there. He'll have his own setup going as well. A lot of fishing this season tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, there is. They've all come out of the woodwork, and well, it's going to be a great race once we get into it. 7, so you might as well say almost halfway through qualifying. Car 640 impeding in qualifying. That's David Coleman. He's going to get a pit lane start. So Coleman was one of the names you said at the top of the broadcast, that he's a freak here and he's going to have pace. It's going to be a little bit harder at the rear.
Yeah, he'll be kicking himself there. There'll be a lot of expletives going on in that room, that's for sure. I'd suggest that, you know what, tonight would be a really good night to have a fly on the wall in the fishing Discord.
Well, you'd probably have to, you may, if you ever want to implement that, we may have to push back the time slot by a couple of hours so little ears aren't able to listen in, Steve.
It definitely would be a G rating, that's for sure. And at 8:09, it would be hard for us to get anything. I think YouTube would probably shut us down.
Pit lane starts also for 8:23, 112, and it was just them two, 8:23 and car 112, for not returning back to the pit lane in round 5. I tell you, it's round 6 and we're still getting those sorts of penalties, Steve. I thought they would have cleaned it up.
Yeah. So that's Gerard Cifuentes and Matt Whitaker. Those two numbers that you've just read out. They'll be serving rear of grid. We've got Doddsy on all greens at the moment, coming up to the 4th sector. He's looking pretty sharp. He's at the moment sitting in, 9th place? No, I'm off
Dodds
by
is in
a few
18th.
numbers.
107.8. The last lap he did, was his quickest, 107.8, but didn't improve by the look of that.
Didn't improve, no. What do we got left? We've got 5.5 minutes left, so let's get out there, lads, and let's tear it up. Mr. Mangan Counter, Mr. Bruce Tannock has just come out of the pits as well, and here we've got I can't remember which of the Fishy boys that is now.
Troy Maguire, was it, that car?
Maguire, that's it.
That's him.
Is it
He's
Maguire?
super quick too, and he loves this track.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know, this is a bit of speculation. We may be able to get, I should have asked it when they were in here, mate, but I would say that the teams, you might as well say all the teams had contact with Eddie, but especially the Fishies, the Froggies, and the teams like that. Now, especially the Fishies, they're going to want a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here tonight, but they'll settle for 1, 2, 3. That's what they're going to be pushing for. Looking through the names in the list, Steve, you're the bloke that's been calling this from the get-go. Who do you think's going to sort of try and stop that top 3? Because I do believe that's a thing. I do believe they would have had a chat about that.
it's going to be, look, they'll fight it to the end. There'll be no team orders. There will definitely be, it's going to be a fish because they're just so in form at the moment. And it's, my hat's in the ring. No, Connor's going to give him a bit of a shake. He'll be up there, give him a shake. Connor needs to just have a clean race. He's been in the vortex for the last few weeks. He's caused some trouble out there. Jacob O'Reilly is really fast. He might be up there and stirring the pot a bit. Anthony Vismar in the last few weeks has been in some great form. But then you can't take it away from out of the fishy boys. Probably the ones that have been in form probably the most has been Dyke, Freo and Blake. Michael's been a bit up and down. Ty is still progressing. Miller has been there and thereabouts, so he needs to sort of move up the next level this week. And this chap you're seeing on the screen at the moment is really fast too. So there's going to be anyone in that top 10 at the moment has got an opportunity to take it tonight.
And can you put it on a name? I'm going to go for this gentleman, Thomas Freeman. I'm going in blind though, because it's joining you for the first time here. I'm going to go 118, but it is a fish.
Yep.
Could I get you to lock into one? I know it's hard in this field.
Look, Freo's. I'm thinking Freo and Dykey finding it out tonight.
Definitely. That's the tip. Put him in. The sports bet got yous on yet? 107.1's the fastest lap out there so far. That's Dykey. 145, 152 for Angus, and 186 for Delaney. They're all sevens. 203 for Whiting, 214, 278, 352, and 356. That's your top 8. Remember, they're all 107s.
Yeah. Have a look at it. 110. Top from first to second, 110. Then you've got 2 tenths. Then you've got another 2 tenths. Then you've got 1/100th. Then you've got one, 600ths. It's crazy how close it is. It's nuts. Betty Noble is going, good luck, Sammy. Sam Noble's girlfriend, I'm assuming, or mum. Sammy's had a bit of an up and down season in the pros. He's been finding himself just out of the top 10s of late. Last season he was doing a lot better, so I'm not sure if it's just lack of practice or where things are going with him at the moment. Yeah, got all good. Funky Miller on screen at the moment. He started as an amateur with us and progressed to the pros when he joined the Fishy Boys in I think it was the beginning of season 3. So he's had an absolute ripper as far as growth as a driver. This is the deadly guy here we're seeing on screen, Freo.
First one into the sixes too, 106.993. He pips Dykey with that time only just. Jamie Dyke, what can he do in reply?
Connor Nixon's up there as well now for 149. We've got 1 minute left, so whoever crosses that lap before the timer runs out will have a chance to complete one more lap. We don't have anyone really shining around. Travis Daly has got himself some greens. That brings us to the conversation of the amateurs. At the moment, Brad Doble is leading the fastest amateurs, followed by Jace Douglas and David Nash. Good old Nashy. Jace has had a pretty cool season this season. Been finding it up and has had a lot of TV time, finding it out with Travis Daly in the last few weeks. So it's been pretty cool. Travis Daly, yeah, definitely.
This bloke right here, you were rattling off heaps of names, and I'm like, can't help you there. They're in the pits. But Blake Delaney's just gone purple in the last sector, and that brings him to 6th.
Whoever crosses the line now, Pete, is got their last lap in or has done it. No one's out there by the sounds of it.
They're all happy.
They're all happy. They're all... Well, I'll let you rip them out, mate. You let the kind people that are out there watching us know what the top 10 is for our up-and-coming Simrigs V8 Supercar Pro-Am series at Sandown Racecourse, brought to you by our stream sponsor for tonight, Warren & Brown Tools.
We've got a fishy lockout for this round. How good is it? Thanks to everyone tuning in. Keep us up to date with how the quality looks Freeman, too good, pipped Jamie Dyke, and Dykey sees himself in the second row. So that's the 2 rows, Freeman and Angus, Nixon and Dyke for row 2, Miller and Delaney for row 3, Riley and Whiting in row 4, and Delaney and Coleman will round out your top 10.
This grid is super fast, mate, and I'd love to continue reading it, but I could barely read them myself.
Yeah, right. We thought we fixed that, but anyway, Dave Kirby and Visma and Kirby will be your 6th row of the grid. We'll go over the page. We'll try and get them all. Doble and Doble, a couple of Dobles on the 7th row. Tannick and Douglas, that's Jason. David Nash will go alongside Zach, and Maguire and Dodds will round out your top 20. Daly and Sean Nizzy, let's go with that, will be out of 21 and 22, and E. Hayden and Dougie Gowans, Grandpa Gowans, can I say you that? And
Gowans, mate.
Yeah, there he is. And Gerard S. and Whitaker will have the 13th. Tyson McAvoy's our safety car driver. Rattler, this Van Loon. Greg Barber's also our race control. Cal Hodgkinson, Bruce White, Caleb Bilac as well. Steve, that's the grid. So what have we got? About 28 to 30 drivers for round 6 of this championship.
And well done there, mate. Legendary effort as you usually have. The title fight between the top of the guys is really tight, and also with the AMs as well. Here we go as we circle Freo's car. Sitting beside him, Michael Angus, in their 2 different versions of the Fishy Motorsports.
It's good how they do that as well.
Yeah.
So what have we got?
Really cool.
3-minute countdown, 2.5 minutes. We do envision a safety car. I said 5 the other night. I'm going to go with 2 here.
I will go with 3.
3.
I will go with 3.
Freeman, Angus, Nixon, Dyke. It's your 2 rows. Good for Connor to be the only one. He wedged a ram into the Fishy boys. But let's see down to turn 1. Thomas Freeman and Angus as the revs, Steve, should rise very, very shortly.
Very soon, mate. Another one to watch is Jacob O'Reilly and Anthony Visma. Very fast.
Here we go. The lights go up. This is round 6 of the Simrigs.com V8 Supercars Pro-Am. 4 fishies in a row. They're here to make a point and to do Eddie proud. They fan out in the background as they come down to turn 1 for the first time. It all looks pretty good, 2 by 2. We'll stop the camera here. Oh, Eddie would be proud, mate. That was awesome run around turn 1. But, contact with the fishies.
He's made it through. It doesn't look like Angus has made it, but Thomas Freeman's made it through, and Angus is going to suffer the crowd coming through there to be able to turn his car around. Woo. Good bit of action straight off the bat.
Yeah, he grabbed it. We'll get a replay. We'll just hang on with the front battles for a little bit, mate. But I did see he grabbed a whole heap of curb, and he did make contact. But Freeman, Nixon, Dyke. Oh, big moment through Connor, pushing cold tyres. Dandenong Road. This is the spot.
Mate, that is some epic fighting going all the way through. Connor Nixon's got himself in a nice tidy place, sitting in second due to Angus's spin there. That was a lot of curb for that corner, man.
Yeah, probably a little bit too much. You got cold tyres. He probably buttoned it down a little bit too soon. You know what Larko says, that if you don't have all 4 on the deck, you're going to loop it every time. But all pretty good for the first lap as we got battles further down. That's Harry Dodds and Sam Noble battling side by side. Who's going to yield? Allows Maguire to come in also. Big lock-up for Noble. He went in deep.
Well, I took a sneaky little pass there from Harry Dodds, because Harry Dodds had the slow ride down for that little bit of exit. Noble's got himself in front of him now, and there's a gap forming a little bit through the teams.
Sandown. Don't we love it? This is what it's about. Our top 5, Freeman, Nixon, Dyke, Delaney and Funky. Whiting, though, not too far behind them. This is the battle, 14th position. Well, you might as well say 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th position. Oh, Sam Noble, Harry Dodds. Still at it again. No, that's Maguire now.
Maguire's
So Maguire's
in the British Racing Green. He's got a lot of curvages coming through there as well, and it's slowed down Noble a little bit, and it's got Harry on the inside of him. Got a little bit of overlap, but not enough on the look of it. Will Harry have a go?
Or did he learn from last time? We're showing.
He's got overlap. He's got overlap.
Oh!
He hasn't. Oh, he's hacking too much curve. He's lucky to have that car still on the track. Now he's going to pressure behind him as well and lose it for the acceleration, boys.
Great driving for Harry. No contact was made, and he kept the car straight. I tell you, he's going to be vulnerable down here because his tyres are going to be way too hot. We've got some battles up the front, possibly, or my timing might be going around it. It looked like these guys.
Mate, it's green and yellow. It's yellow and orange everywhere. And have a look at this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, up to 8th position, all fighting for the front position. Any one of these guys makes a mistake, they're going to lose 8 positions straight off the bat.
That'll look like one car as they cross the curve here, but this is why you and Shivy are so good with this, mate, because look at the names you got here and look at the battle. This is pretty much the core values of SRW here, racing hard and clean, as you see a DC Shades at 640. Not too sure. Yeah, out of sequence car already. He's got a big punt.
Oh, was that Coleman?
Oh, I think it was. Remember, he had a rear of grid start for impeding in qualifying.
Yep, and I think there he spat it out. He took it out in the grass himself, and he's actually hung it out himself.
Oh, yeah, I seen it live, Steve, where his rear of his car was actually off the ground. So I thought he got a little bit of a help there, but he was trying to do the right thing, wasn't he? He was trying to do the right thing, get out of the road, and.
Tell you what, Connor Nix is putting a lot of pressure here on Freo, mate. That is very close battling behind him. Connor just needs to keep it clean. He tends to just lack some patience sometimes, and just make that. Sometimes he needs to wait that extra lap. You know what I mean? He just wants to get it done too quickly. He sees this opportunity now, and he just goes and punts it sometimes, and he just needs to be patient and make his time. He's not close enough there, but show the windows. Show the mirrors that you're there, and then keep going.
That's
People
right.
Out there are, go, Pete. Sorry, I took over you there.
No, that's okay, mate. No, and that just goes with knowing where the race is at this point. Remember, lap 5 into 20. It's no enduro. We're already a quarter through the race, but you don't want to be making a lapse in concentration at any time. He's just got to, like exactly what you said, Steve, was just know where the race is. He's a smart race driver, but so's Freeman in front of him. I'm going to watch this run now, mate.
Look how close he gets. Dykey's just waiting. He's just waiting to pounce. Like crazy. So Chloe Whiting's out there, and giving a big shout out for Race for Oz. Ray Douglas, go Jace, catch the pros, and then we've got a few people in there that are sitting there loving the show. Please, if you haven't liked and subscribed, please do. We are giving away the Racecraft rig before Christmas. That's my aim, and we have only got 72 people left to subscribe. Able to win this and take it home. And I just had a look at it today because it's in the garage and really awesome. Absolutely awesome in my room.
You didn't do the good old switcheroo, did you, Steve?
Oh, mate. I've got a really old next level, so if anyone wins this and they end up with a next level thing in the box by accident, it wasn't me, it was my wife.
Oh, straight under the bus. Oh, I hope you made your bed in the dog kennel, but we'll get back up the front. Freedom, Nixon and Dyke and Delaney. They're really pushing. He's having a crack here, isn't he? Lap 6 of 20, still 14 to go. Steve, no safety car as well. These guys have kept it clean. That's been something that I thought we would have been under safety car by now. There's a move back a little bit further, not that far back.
So we've got
Riley.
Bruce Tannock has had an unsafe rejoin. He's got himself a black flag. So he's got to do his penalty as well. some of them aren't coming through at the moment. But that's a good one. I think it was for a re-entry. Blake Delaney's sporting a different colour livery tonight. He was driving.
That could be a me. That could be a me problem too. So.
No, you know what it is? No, I think it's a me problem. Because no, he's definitely changed it, mate. He's changed it. It was a greyish one. He's gone to a black and a black and white version. Maybe the black more of a respective colour.
Well, I do believe that this is a heat racing format. So what I will do, I don't like putting the UI up during the race. In the break, I'll refresh trading codes and paints, and we'll go from there.
But this is a 2040 tonight, so it'll be a 20 and then a 40. So the boys are nearly halfway through, and still not a second they've stopped. There's some fighting just left, right, and centre. The boys are trying to size each other. Oh, Miller's made a pass there on his boss Whiting by the look of it. Yes, he has. Got himself right behind him. Jacob Paroli's now on the back of Michael Whiting and putting some pressure on there as well. There's just fighting everywhere. You look down the back as well. You've got Cifuentes and Whitaker on the back of Sean Smith. They're putting a big fight there as well. They're just breathing down each other's necks, and they've been like that for a while now. And not a second given away. They're just waiting for a mistake to happen, which is really easy at this track.
Oh, it is.
Barb's saying it's a 20-20-20 tonight. Sorry, my bad. It is a super sprint tonight. There you go. So we are going to see action like this 3 times tonight, which is going to be epic. So we'll have a top 10 reversal, and then I believe the Barb's, correct me if I'm wrong, it's after that it's a top 5 reversal.
Oh, I love an inverted
finally
wheel.
A pass down the back there. Whitaker's taken Spit. Spit's still hanging on.
Oh, Freeman. No, so Freeman's just a blinky bill, I think, but there is a change of position there. I'll dig up a replay, mate, because that's quite interesting. Not too sure what happened. He's got.
At the moment. There's so much action in terms of this, mate. It's unbelievable. We've got guys fighting for it everywhere. We've pretty much got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4 battle packs going at the moment, viewers. And if there's someone out there that you really want to see race, let us know. Here we go. So it's down the first corner.
Oh, so it was one of them cars. I can't even grab them.
Yeah.
May have been both of them. I'll go back live because it doesn't look good. Yeah, so blinky car in front. This could be on my end also, but the net looks good. But it definitely was what we were seeing, Steve. Bit of a blinky from both of them. So hopefully it's them, and we're not calling my internet dramas on them. But Connor Nixon now leads this race with just ticked over the halfway mark.
Yeah, correct. So it's been a good little battle. He's been sitting on the back of Michael for most of it. I believe that's Jace Douglas fighting his way all the way up as well. So that would be, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's our highest amateur of the night tonight. He's leading the amateurs, and he's got Troy McGuire between himself and Brad Doble, who is the next end. So well done there by Jace. Could be interesting out there. Could be very, very interesting. We're getting a lot of people coming out of love with just Race Fruity tributes coming up, and we really appreciate it. Everyone can see the chat, so you bring them on, and if you want to share, tell us about your an amazing experience you've had with Ed, where he's saved your butt for a race. We're always up to hearing stories.
Yeah, 100%. There was plenty of stories to be told as well. I'll tell you, when the PC Whisperer, when you jumped in Discord with him to fix your PC, or he'd give you a hand or some tips if he's been watching your stream or something. That it definitely we all learned that you don't jump in with Discord with Eddie if you only had 5 or 10 minutes, because the conversation would never ever last 5 or 10 minutes. He could spin a yarn. It was great fun to be in chat with him as we get back up the front here.
Yeah, look, there's battles in the left, right and centre, mate. I've just noticed that young Douglas is all over the back of Ty Delaney. So the way Douglas is driving this season, he's I don't think it'll be too long before he's up into the pro ranks as well, and fighting it out for out there. Freo, Dikey, and Delaney right on the back of Connor, just holding him like crazy. And then we've got Michael Whiting, who's got himself 1 second off the pace, and he's got Riley pressuring him. Then you've got Miller with a second off. It's only a second. This gap here between Delaney and Michael Whiting is only a second. So have a look at it, people. It's like maybe, what, 3 or 4 car spaces, would you say, mate? Maybe
Yeah.
4?
Oh, there's not much in it as well, and I tell you,
No.
there was
It's
getting
the
a little
biggest
bit of a
gap
gap
we've
for Connor Nixon there for a little bit. He did put a bit of a gap. He's got 0.4 on him. But remember, the Fishy boys might drop off because these guys, if it's touch and go, I don't think it will be touch and go here for Fuel being a 20-lap sprint. I'm not too sure. I think this may be a tyres game, mate, because 20 laps here at Sandown, your tyres are going to be hurting.
Yeah, I think it's a tyres game tonight, not a fuel game. And Connor took a lot out of his tyres in the first stint. Out of these guys at the front, the one they're going to be worried most about, I think, at the moment is Dikey, because he's been sitting behind Freo and him for a while, and his tyres are going to be sweet. And the one sitting behind Dikey, we know he's the master of fuel saving and tyre wear. He's going to be in danger in the last 5 laps as well. So we'll see how the boys found it out. But again, these 4 at the front, apart from Connor, who's working his way up the grid, Dyke, Blake, and Freo are all at the top end of the points tally as well. Matthew Boylett, no. Ty Delaney was promoted to pro as of 2 rounds ago.
Yes, timing's not correct here tonight, guys. So I might even go.
We've got a spinner.
Oh, we've got a spinner. Who is that? That's Coleman.
Coleman again. I haven't heard him call anything in, so I'm not sure if it was a self-spin or whether it was a bit of luck. Well, yep, something's been called in, so something could be there, or is it just a caution called in? I'm not sure. We'll find out in a few seconds.
Let's have a look. So it started. Let's go with this.
112 has got a dry fruit penalty. Gerard Cifuentes, full contact with Shane Smith, and he will be serving that soon. Oh, was that just on his own?
Oh, yeah, it was. We'll go back to that, mate. I'll go back live and then we'll grab another look at it because.
He's stuck, isn't it?
Yeah, he's
you know
stuck.
What? These new walls, the same things happen to me on this track. You touch it, and it just hooks you. And it's just like a magnet. So what's he done? He's gone. He's nearly had it, and then it's grabbed him. Yeah, look at that. It just grabbed him. Oh, poor bugger. He probably could have got away with that if it didn't hold him. Don't know why these new walls do that. It's crazy.
It's definitely a tough night in the office for Coleman on a night where he would want everything to go right. Not the case, but I suppose Coleman is a good driver. He can make that up in rounds to come, mate.
This shows you the good quality of driving to see this amount of cars still hovering amongst each other. So we've got Whittaker and Sam Noble.
Yeah, that's Noble. Then is that Dodsey? No, Dodsey's way in ahead. Sorry, you were right. You were right.
Yeah, no, it's okay, mate.
Jace Douglas and Ty Delaney up a little bit further. I just noticed a little bit of a position swap there. So Jace has got past him. So I've changed the names there, mate. We'll read them. We'll just not to confuse people.
You know what, people? We have got 5 laps left. The action's about to start, but don't go away after these 5 laps because the transition between them is like 2 minutes. There's not much time. You won't have enough time to go to the toilet. The only time you're going to have time to go to the toilet tonight is between race 2 and 3, which will have a 10-minute break. So get someone else to bring you a cup or a bottle or something to drink. Sit in for a show that's going to be epic.
And this one's not over yet as well. Nixon, Freeman, Dyke, Delaney, Whiting. That's your 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a bit of a gap and a 4-car train forming up between. So 2 battles makes up the top 10 and not much in it. If you freeze the shot there, not much in it in between them battles.
Oh, you look at one missed brake opportunity, one missed brake marker, and let all 5 of those cars, one of them could be sitting in 10th place. A lot of curb taken there by Blake. Connor is playing it a bit safe here. Looks like he's slowed them down a fair bit through there. So Freo's right on the back of him. Hopefully, it's a fight to get the cleanest exit out of this corner here. If you can't get the cleanest exit out of here, you're gone. So it's tactically what he could do there is slow down coming out of that corner, and that would slow them all down behind him, and then he would be able to put the foot down and get away. That's another tactic you can apply here. A risky one, but you can apply it.
And we see that that tactic used on the exit of the cutting at Mount Panorama Bathurst, where if you're going to check them up though, especially when you got these guys behind you, if you're going to check them up like that, you've got to get your foot down first, because if you don't, when you get down the other end at Dandenong Road or turn 1, whatever straight you're on, then you're going to be vulnerable. So it is risky, but it can work. But I think maybe do it with 1 lap to go, not 3.
Yeah. Well, they're breathing down his neck. Those 5 guys have not stopped for a second. How are we looking down the back? What have we got? Ty Delaney is still in the back of Jace, putting pressure on there. Oh, no, we've had a bit of a slip up there.
Oh,
what was that?
Just trying to grab the timing there.
It looked like Jace had a bit of an incident there, maybe, and it's getting a bit of pressure. No, we're all good. No, we're all still good. I think that was just my monitor playing up. Oh, no. That might be a slowdown that Jace is serving there.
Yeah, not
too
sure.
Yeah, I think it might be. Because that was a lot of pace to lose down there. It looks like he's still battling it. Might well be a slowdown, but what Jace has got to remember here as well, mate, he is not fighting with Ty for the title. Oh, in the back, McGuire's hit the curb and spun himself off. He's missed the brake marker. These two are not fighting for positions. Jace is fighting for his own title. Jace has got to worry about the guys behind him, and the guys behind him is 2 places behind, and that's Brad Doble
and Troy McGuire.
Racing behind Troy McGuire. White flag.
I'll find myself. There we go. Lost me bearings there for a little bit. 0.4 of a second up the front as we white flag rightly point out. I won't miss this finish. But Connor Nixon, he may have something special here, mate. We all know how quick he is. It just seems
fast driver. He just needs to be patient and just back himself and just try to stay clean. He's taken a lot of curb out of that. He's worried about the pressure from Free on the last corner. Look how close these boys are, people. We're talking tenths here, and we're not even talking... Dykey's having a sniff just to give him a bit of a warning that I'm still coming here, Free. I'm not going to give you a clean one.
Here we go.
Look how close that is. Some epic racing. Oh, look at that.
Oh, I've lost it.
Oh, did Dykey? No, Dykey didn't get him there, no. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Connor Nixon crossing across the lane in 1st place, 2nd place, Thomas Freeman, followed by Jamie Maxwell Dyke in 3rd place. This is heat 1 of 3. What some epic battling. That was sensational. Now we're going to stick around and we're going to have a top 10 reversal. That's going to be cool, and it's going to be a friggin' hard fight for the guys out of 10 to fight their way to the top. Very hard track to pass on when it's a tight grid like this.
Was that a tactic? No, definitely wasn't a tactic. I don't want to take anything off Connor Nixon, but I tell you, Connor Nixon out that top 5. Now he's got to do that again. He passed Freeman. He passed Dyke. He passed those guys to win this heat 1, Steve. Is he going to be able to do it again? Because the fishy boys are quick. Connor's quick also. But passing them guys, the likes of them names I just read out, you try and do that 3 times in a night, mate. Oof, try and do it once, it's hard enough. Try and do it 2 or 3 times. Connor's set himself a real target for race 2.
Mate, and don't forget, this track doesn't give you time to relax. Nowhere near it. You're just on the pump straight away. Bang, bang, bang. You do not stop. All right, so here we go. The reverse grid is sitting like this, people. We've got Brad Doble in 1st place from Bogans Racing. Jason Douglas from Dynamic Sim Sports in 2nd place. 3rd place, Ty Delaney, Fishy Motorsports, followed by Chris Miller from Fishy Motorsports. In 5th place, Jacob O'Reilly from Extreme. Michael Whiting, no, from Accelerate, sorry. Michael Whiting for Fishing Motorsports, followed by Blake Delaney, Fishing Motorsports. Jamie Dyke in 8th position. In 9th, we've got Thomas Freeman, followed by Connor Nixon in 10th, and followed by Troy Maguire, Fishing Motorsports, and Harry Dodds from Frog Leap Juice in 12th. These boys, that's your top 12 that we have at the moment. Coming after that, we have Sam Noble in 13th, Michael Whitaker 14th, David Nash, good to see you out there, Nashy, in 15th, 16th, Anthony Vismar, 17th, Douglas Guns Out Gowans. And then we've got Ed Hayden from Performance Sim Racing, followed by David Kirby, Fishing Motorsports, Bruce White from Dynamic Sim Sports, Gerard Cifuentes, Performance Sim Racing, Michael Angus, Fishing Motorsports, Shane Nizaka from Wildfire Racing, and Zachary Vlasbom from Virtual Rate. What are they called again? VLR. Followed by Bruce Tannock in 25th position from MAG and Turbo, and Travis Daly in Performance Sim Racing. Callum Hodgkinson, Chris Cross, David Coleman in Fishing Motorsports. Tyson McAvoy is our Director of Racing, and Scotty Rattler from Quantum Pecky Performance in 30th. Greg Barber, and the last car was not entered in. That was a mouthful, and I started laughing at myself and nearly didn't finish it.
I nearly started laughing as well. If I had the option to mute my mic and poke a bit of fun, I would. I tell you, I've been a pleasure of being in your spot with Shibby, and he has that feature, and he does use it, Steve, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yes, he does. And my tongue started wrapping around my lips, I think, at one point through there. Well, people, get ready, get your seats buckled. We are 2 minutes and 25 seconds away from Heat 2 at Simrigs V8 Supercars Pro-Am Series, Round 6, which is proudly brought to you by Warren & Brown Tools, who is our round sponsor, and all these fantastic other supporters that we've got out there. Rare Spares, Grim Industries, Simrigs, Tempting Sweets, Shannon's Insurance. That's just to say a few, and my mind has gone, oh, Racecraft as well. They do our top 10 shootouts. My mind has gone blank today, and it's due to the fact that we are not going to stop now for another 20 minutes, mate.
Nope. The next race is up. The lights are up. The revs are rising. Race number 2, 2020 here tonight for round number 6. The Simrigs.com Pro-Am Supercars. We're off and racing. We've got a slow car down the back. Brad Doble, Jason Douglas with a good start. What a ripper start by Chris Miller Funky off the 3rd row up into 2nd. And we get around turn 1. All safe again.
All safe again. A few too wide coming through the back there, but they've very quickly sorted themselves out because they know down the back here around the Penrite corner it doesn't match leaving room for more than 2. Dykey got pushed wide there, looks by one of his teammates. He's got Connor Nixon behind him and Connor Nixon in front of him and Freo chasing him from behind. So a lot of pressure in there early on already. Connor is all the way on the back of Blake, and that looks like Whitaker having a bit of a sneaky peek.
Yeah, a few guys just trying to find their place in the groove. And Dykey, well, he was pushed a little bit wide there, and he good save.
Accelerate just spun. Looks like he's had a bit of a altercation with one of the Riot's cars.
Let's go back, have a look. Good spotting as we're in slow-mo. You wouldn't want to do that before when I done it. We'll go back live. I'll fix that up, and we'll get another look at it. Steve?
Yeah, I think he must have lost the rear end, and Sam Noble had Sam Noble or Nashi, I think it was, that could not avoid the incident. Connor is still sitting there. It's all nice and tight. The boys are out there. They just need to be safe. The guys out the front, Miller has got himself in a great position. But have a look at the gap already in top spot.
Yeah, Michael Whiting will throw that up for everyone to see. He's not mucking around this one, is he?
He's popped himself up and snuck out to the front there. And keeps leading. Well, your trailer says Michael Whiting, but...
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Definitely Doble, Miller, Douglas, Delaney, Whiting, followed by, looking at the screen, that is Mr. Bruce Tannock, followed by Blake Delaney. After that, we've got Connor Nixon, Jamie Dyke, Thomas Freeman. That is your top 10 at the moment. The boys are fighting it out like crazy. No one giving another crumb to anybody. They've gapped out a little bit. Oh, Jace is taking that front curve. He takes that pretty hard. Want to just keep it as clean as possible and keep the wear. Just don't go onto the bonnet of Doble's car, whatever you do.
Oh, yeah, righto, yeah.
I'll have to have a word to her about that.
Oh, well, you know what happens, and I used to do it. You know, I just do exactly what I did. Take it off the screen. That's it.
Yeah.
That's your punishment. Sorry, mate. You may be winning the race, but we can't have a look at that. But Funky is right behind him, and he had a really good start. Did Chris Miller? I really want to go back and find his start, mate, because
Jace has struggled at that corner, and Ty's giving pressure 2 by 2 into the Dunlop. Ty's got the inside line. He's got the nose in front. Oh, well done there by Delaney. But Whiting's now ready to take a pounce on Jace as well, because his tyres looked they were a bit unsettled.
he did look a bit crossed up coming into there, but the young fella's pushing up.
Dyke's out of turn as well. Look, it's too wide. Oh, no.
Big accident.
Douglas is wide. Dyke's missed him.
That was good driving. I called a big accident, and it wasn't even a big accident. It was a moment at best.
Mate, we haven't had a safety car.
We haven't
called multiples. That was some epic diving and chasing there. That was like too wide into that corner. If we can have a look at that, into the final corner. And a few of those boys got crossed up, and it was very lucky that there wasn't some major carnage. Travis McGuire's got pressure on the back of him by Bruce Tannock like crazy. Bruce is wanting to get some green paint on the front of his nose. Someone's called something in, but I can't quite hear it.
You're not too sure.
That was a catch the breath moment, wasn't it?
Yeah, nothing's really come up yet on me. I've got that. I've got that replay ready with Jamie Dyke, if you want, mate.
Yeah, that's okay. Oh, Bruce has gone off at the final quarter as well. Missed his braking
That's
point.
Jacob O'Reilly.
Is that Jacob O'Reilly?
That's Jacob O'Reilly. Oh, I've just gone past him. That's Tannick. Jacob
Tannick,
O'Reilly
yeah, well
has escaped.
Oh, he cost himself a load of positions there.
Yeah, it's timing issues. I think I don't know whether it's mine or their end, mate. But that's why I think the timing tower keeps stuffing up. But Doble, Funky, Delaney, Whiting.
Of a drive through. Yep, Michael Landis has got a drive through. Contact lap 1. Contact lap 1, turn 12.
I wonder why they're not coming up now.
It might come up a bit late. I'm hearing it through IRacing.
Ah, there we go.
Mate. So, yeah.
You're looking into the crystal ball, mate. It's a battle here. Team boss and engineer.
Blake and Connor.
Oh, is that Blake and Connor?
Yeah,
Bloody
Connor's
hell,
taking the inside line. Blake's not giving it up. He's done really well. He's made Connor have to pull up then. He's done really well, Blake. He's held his racing line, and it's made Connor pull up so he couldn't pass him. Well done. That's some crafty driving there from the old fella. Well, he's not really an old fella.
No, leave it at that. Old fella. He has about 10 birthdays a year, mate. So, old fella it is. Good driving from Connor Nixon, and I did make the statement, you know, it's going to be hard to do it again, but they are moving through. Remember, Connor Nixon started out of P10. He's up 4 positions in this heat.
Yeah, 100%.
I think we've got a bit of pressure a little bit further up still going on. There we go.
Who's our biggest mover and shaker, mate?
Biggest mover and shaker. Let's throw it up on our screen so we can see the gaps. Up 15 positions for Dave Coleman and up 10 positions for Blasbom. They're your two biggest movers.
Nice. Very nice. So it looks like Blake's dispatched Connor. Connor's gapped a fair bit now.
Now he's got the pressure from Tom. He's all quite familiar. Bit of a mistake. Tom gets through.
He does. I think we predicted it right, mate. I think Connor went a bit hard early. Looks like his tyres might give him a bit of an issue there.
Yeah, let's have a look at this pass again. A little bit of a too much curb. Just drops over the edge. If you go over the other side of that curb on turn 1, it just throws you out. And you're just seeing what happens. He lost that position to Freeman.
He's lucky he didn't get a spin there because the way the car balances is crazy. Oh, look at I just noticed that was Dodsey up there, right behind Dixon, putting a bit of pressure on as well. Dodsey's got himself in the second beat.
Yeah, Dodsey's another driver that's bloody hell. His results does not just show his speed as well. He's a good character. His results, for the speed that Harry Dodds has, Steve, I think you would agree, his results don't really reflect that, which is a shame for him.
Yeah, look, he's still young. He's still young in my books. He's getting better as this season. I've seen a marked improvement. He's had a little bit of bad luck at the back end at the start of the season before. But yeah, Matty, we've already shown a bit of that incident going there. Jace spun on his own, if that's what you're asking. Don't think there was contact from it. But also then Dykey spun, trying to avoid hitting Jace as well. So those boys sort of missed and mashed each other. But how good is Brad Doble's drive?
It is good. I just found this again for him.
Yeah, him and Funky Miller have done an epic job. There you go. Oh, lucky there was no damage from all those cars. I don't know how they missed each other. Well done.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, it's tough racing. It is crazy racing. Oh, here we go. Miller is having a bit of a look on Doble, taking the inside line. Is it going to be an over-under?
Oh.
No. He's held the line and kept it central so he couldn't get through. But look at the gap. These guys have gapped out like crazy. They're 2 seconds ahead, these boys.
And I'll tell you that the next name in this queue that we can see off the back of Doble now is Michael Whiting, Ty Delaney, Blake Delaney, so Ty's in front of Dad, and Freeman. So look at the gap. You don't really see that in front of these boys, but good little battle from these guys, Funky and Doble. I thought we were going to see one of them crisscrosses down there as we go. This is finishing their 10th lap.
Yep. They are just coming up to their 10th lap now. So they'll be crossing the line. That'll be their 10th lap. Let's see how we go. Sorry, Ray, we're not race control. I can't tell you what the incident was and how it happened. I can tell you from what we just saw now in the replay. We'll leave that to the powers to be in race control. That's what I pay them for anyway.
Yeah, 100%. Harry Dodds has had an incident I've just seen coming through.
With Dodsey. Is he blowing a motor or something?
Not too sure. Well, I've just got it right here. He's got Maguire all over the back of him.
He's blowing the engine. Did you see the puff of smoke?
He double tapped, didn't he? Let's jump on board.
Yeah,
we'll grab another go at this. The good old double tap.
Yep.
So easy to do. Listen.
Smoke come out right there.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, you heard it?
Yep. She went pop. Well, I'll tell you, it's been a couple of times that I've witnessed that for poor old Dodsey, and that double shift, mate, it gets the best of them as we jump back to this battle, and we'll go back to the front ish. This is the battle. Third,
have a
fourth,
look at
fifth,
this,
and
mate.
sixth.
This is father and son. Ty Delaney with Dad behind him, pushing like crazy, and then followed by Freo.
The best lesson Ty Delaney could get right now is the pressuring of Blake Delaney, because if he can withstand this, and I tell you, Blake will be in the ears going, come on, mate, just don't look in your mirrors, look forward at Uncle Mike ahead of you, and don't worry about me. Is he going to go for the move? I thought he was going to give him a love tap, but
Dad got him on the exit. Oh, nice. Oh, Freo's having a sniff too. Don't let him through, Ty. I know you can hear me. Don't let him through. Keep the battle going through, because Connor's going to come through as well if you let him through. That's it. Hold your line. Well done, fella. At least you saved one spot. That could have easily been 2 spots there. So Jace and so Ty and Blake sit back to back at the moment because they're doing some renos. So they'd be breathing down each other's necks, literally.
Yeah, well, I tell you, and I stand by that. That would have been pretty good training for Ty's development. But Connor Nixon was a bit of a loser in that one, where all the boys got through, and and he just didn't have enough road, and Connor being Connor, he doesn't push it all the time. He knew he couldn't get it done, so he pulled out of it and he'll try again. He backs his driving though, mate. He reckons, I reckon he knows that he'll have the position, the possibility come up again.
Oh yeah, definitely. Connor's trying to get the right draft through here, but what you've noticed right here behind you as well is Dykey is going to make a move soon on the back of Nash to get his 10th place. Dykey will want to be up as far as possible because it'll be a reverse grid. Top 5 change for this series. Next one.
Oh, there's another crash here as well. Funky big incident. I thought that was my timing, so I held off from getting it. We'll go for a replay.
Oh, what's he done? Has he missed it? Oh, it's that curve. Oh, and he's hit that point blank. Boom. That's a nose job and a half, mate.
Grab another look at this, because
we're going to fix that.
When it happens, have a look at his wheel control there. No chance at saving that. I want to do, because that's happened to me enough at a time, and I can explain that like a driver, sort of. Yeah. When you grab that exit curve and you're on the throttle at that point, if you've got too much of that curve, he's almost got the bump of the curb or the heel of the curb, and the wheels hit that and he's around. He had no chance of saving that just based on his wheel work.
Yeah. One of our co-commentators, Preacher, is wanting us to have a look at the Blasbomb livery. He's probably designed it himself and wants to give him some pat on the back. Oh, Nixon nearly went a wee too far then. That was very close to spinning. Very close. Has he cooked those tyres or what?
You've seen that in the last race. Tyson McEvoy past Bruce. Are we under safety car? And I'm not too sure. Why is Tyson out there?
Where? Which one there? No, there's no safety car. There's no safety car. It's the system's just playing games with us.
It's been an arm. Yeah, that word.
Yeah.
Up
right,
5 positions for this guy right here. Up 5 for Connor Nixon. Them two are fighting, but there's a little bit of gap in the track developing now between these guys. There's Freeman, the red car, and Connor Nixon. They were a lot closer a couple of laps. It looks like he's got past Ty Delaney now, mate, so he's going to start to bridge that gap. Running out of time, though, 6 laps to do it.
Yeah, I'm just surprised that Doble's still in front place.
I can't grab him because he's glitching all over the place. Every time I grab it, Team Greg's Racing.
He's doing he's smashing. I can't believe how well he's driving. He's an amateur driver too, so good on him.
Amateur driver leading this race. I know it was an inverted field. Yeah. Did he start out of pole position for this race?
He started in the top 3.
Top 3? Oh. Yeah, right. Maybe we shouldn't, for his sake, put him on screen, because race control and the people to be might look and go, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
And try and put him up a little bit. But battles everywhere you look. Freeman and Connor Nixon. Sorry, that was Delaney and Freeman. This is Connor Nixon led by, leading Delaney and Maguire. Maguire starting to put the pressure on the young fella, I thought, on the exit of that. But everywhere Ty is on track, I think, in every series, he's got his boys around him. Here's Dykey down the Dyke.
Dykey on the back of Nash. He's still sniffing away there. He's showing him every mirror he's got. He is showing him that he's there.
And having this fellow in your mirrors, mate, it's not pretty.
I've had him behind me. Actually, there was one race where he must have had a spin or something like that, and he was behind me, and he said, "Oh, nice attempt. Oh, a bit of a look there by Bruce onto Sam Noble. He's had a bit of a stiff. Jace has worked his way back up again. He's on the back of Cifuentes. Is it the same part of the wall? No, it's not. It's a different part.
Nah, not too sure.
He's having a night tonight, Coleman.
I won't even get a replay, Coleman. Happy birthday, by the way. But yeah, Coleman, not the night for him, unfortunately.
Oh, amazing, amazing, amazing. Well,
Brad Doble, Michael Whiting, Blake Delaney. That's your 3 so far. Freeman right on the back of him. Connor Nixon, he'll round out the top 5. He's up 5 from where he started in this race 2. Ty Delaney and Troy Maguire. They're in a bit of a battle that's heating up to bring us into the last 4.
Troy's putting some major pressure there on our Ty.
I reckon
Nice
that'll be team
Oh.
orders. The only team orders you get out of the Fishy Motorsports. That's Dad going, pressure him. There's only one way to learn.
100%, mate, 100%. Preacher, you really want to see Zachary Blaseball. Where is he, Zachary Blaseball? He's sitting in 11th place.
Sorry, mate. I was getting to it. Then we had a moment up front
we
and
are
I
getting
forgot.
to it. But there's just so much going on in this race. It's not my throat is drying up. And everyone else is at the other end of the house. So thank God they can't hear me yelling and screaming. Here we go. There's another sneaky look. Look at this. Is he going to make it stick?
Oh, round the outside.
Around the outside. No. That
Oh,
was some
watch.
great. Oh, nearly. We've seen that bump taking a few cars tonight.
Oh, yeah, you don't get away with that too much. Oh, there's a dive down from Tannick.
Oh, he's done it well. He's held it. He's gone for it on Sam Noble. Now Noble's got pressure from Cifuentes as well. Jace Douglas has got a good run out of that corner as well, so he's going to be sniffing down the Dunlop left-hander. It is Dunlop left-hander, isn't it?
Well, let's go with that, Steve. This is Dandenong Road. I think is the other end, isn't it? Or no. Oh, there's a puff of smoke. Nothing eventuated though. This is a good little battle. This is the battle. This is down in probably the battle for 14th, 15th, 16th. Bit of a move. Who's that in the 113? 2 rather.
113 on my list. I can't see him.
No,
Oh, there's a
112.
yellow
Sorry,
flag,
that was
white flag.
Gerard.
White flag.
Timed race, yeah.
Oh, look at the pressure. Doble's got the pressure from the boss man himself. What's happened is they've caught him up all of a sudden. He was way ahead at one point. So Whiting's caught him up in the last few corners. He must have had an incident somewhere along the line. But Whiting's put pressure on him like crazy. And this is an amateur
Entered the
people.
pit lane.
That is an amateur here, people, who has led the race. And well done, son. That is some epic driving there through that dip and the chicane.
Oh, look at the fishy go through. That's bully. That's bullies. That's bullies.
I think his tyres are just letting go there as well. He just didn't have enough left in him to hold off. As long as he can hold Connor off, that'll be. Look, you know what? Anything's a great finish here. He's done real well. He's got himself. Oh my goodness. That was a close finish all around, ladies and gentlemen. Heat 2 at the Simrigs Supercars Pro Am Series at Sandown. Michael Whiting, Blake Delaney, and Thomas Freeman. The free fishies lock out the top
Here's a
spots.
move here.
That was epic fighting everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. God, Whiting. Whew, take my hat off to these boys. These boys have been fighting like crazy. Poor Harry. He's out there, and I think I need a moment to cool off after that. It was running so well. Harry, you were doing well, mate. I think we must have cursed you because pretty much a few seconds later you double tapped by the look of it.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for Harry, but yeah, every time I mention him, I think he still does watch the broadcast or something. I'm not too sure.
He does.
But
I think maybe that's a problem, though. Harry. Oh, there's a pass at the very end there, which was pretty cool. So what did we get? We've got race. We've got Michael Whiting, Blake Delaney, Thomas Freeman. For the amateurs, your top step is Brad Doble, followed by David Nash and Gerard Cifuentes. So that's well done, lads. They're your top 3 for both divisions. And there you can see your B main as the full grid.
Yeah,
Michael Whiting in first place, Blake Delaney second, Freeman third, Connor Nixon fourth, Brad Doble fifth, Ty Delaney sixth, Troy Maguire seventh, Jamie Dyke eighth, David Nash 9th, and Zachary Vlasbom 10th, followed by Bruce Tannock 11th, Sam Noble 12th, Gerard Cifuentes 13th, Douglas at 14th, Kirby at 15th, O'Reilly at 16th, Whitaker 17th, Daly 18th, Miller 19th, and Nzaka 20th. Whew. There is more to that list, people, but I don't think I've got it in me.
Well, I'll cycle them through. I'll cycle them through, and you can see your favourite driver where they finished. I am putting these overall, so just go onto the srw.com.au website or onto the Discord, maybe in a day or so, just to make sure that everything that what we're showing you now is accurate. I didn't have time to put the sheet in, so there could be a little bit of not so
really
inaccuracy in these results here. So let's call them unofficial results, Steve. But I tell you, top 10 in both races, especially this race too. Like Michael Whiting, Delaney, Freeman. I called them all bullies. That was no think, just say sort of commentary there. He knew he was there. He knew he was the amateur. So really not racing for position for the championship, but position overall he was. But he just let him go. He probably would let him. He probably said, "Yeah, you go, boys." But if he didn't, I still stand by my call, because he went wide. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go from first to fifth, and that was done on that the approach to the straight, the back straight. So he was leading up until the last third or last sector, you might as well say, of this track. He was leading this race 10 laps, and went from first to fifth in the
That's
last
the
sector.
highest amount of laps I've seen an amateur lead on our Pro-Am nights. Highest I've seen. But have a look at this. If I believe I'm correct, we've got a top five.
Let's get them back up.
Switch over, and that puts Brad Doble back to the front.
Oh, here we go. Did he, hit the curb on purpose? I'm not on TV. I did put the inverted commas here. Race control, I'm just speaking out of you-know-where. Don't action that. But first to fifth, straight back to first again, Steve. So look at that. He just makes 10 positions, sort of. You know what I mean? First, fifth, first, in one third of Sandown.
Yeah. So we'll have Connor Nixon and Brad Doble on the lead on the first line. Second line will be Freo and Blake, and third line will be Michael Whitaker with Ty Delaney, then followed by your general normal split-ups of Troy Maguire and Jamie Dyke in fourth row, fifth row Nash and Vlasbom. Vlasbom has had a big run tonight. Is he the biggest mover in that race? I think he was.
Can't see now because we've switched over.
Him and Bruce Tannock. So Zachary Vlasbom went from 24th to 10th, and Bruce Tannock from 25th to 11th. So some great driving there. Cifuentes 21st to 13th. So boys have done well, done really well.
Yeah, and we said at the top of the broadcast, I'm going to say we, but I'm pretty sure it was you, said that this track and this group, it's always close together racing, close quarter battles. And what about if we go back to turn one, race one, Steve, Jamie Dyke, well, that may have been the race that we just seen, and in fact it was.
Yes, it was.
Now, in any other scenario or race, there's probably a higher chance of a safety car. I don't know how that mistake didn't eventuate into a safety car. Good driving, that's how. But Jamie Dyke.
Yeah.
There's been saves like that through everyone throughout. I think Harry Dodds had a good save earlier on and then brought it back. I think Dykey, he's had a few. Coleman, though, he'd be absolutely fuming at himself with the night he's had tonight, mate. I know it's been a big day, but Coleman is a driver to watch in this race. I think he's not happy. Well, he wouldn't be happy with the results so far. So watch for Dave Coleman to push through. It's going to be hard.
He was one of my favourites, wasn't he?
He was your favourite. So
yeah,
I just thought I would.
I really thought he was going to have a killer night tonight. But you know what? It's not over, Coleman. You can always get up there and race 3, and show us some flair. But you know what? I did miss some sponsors. I missed Grim Industries as well. I missed DSL Rail Services, and also people that are out there. Neuropower. Have a look at these guys. These guys are helping people with neurological issues and showing them that there's still a lot of life to live. You know, they put them inside speedway cars and all sorts of other things as well. They are really good at what they're doing, and they're giving people just a glimpse that you may have an issue with what's going on, but you know, life is short, but live it to the fullest, and they give them a chance to see it. So what you're seeing right now is our tribute safety car for tonight, which is the SRW safety car, and you'll see Race for Eddie all over that car. And we won't forget while we're here tonight that everyone's here sharing a moment, having a blast for Eddie, and everyone is putting on a massive show. Mate, this is some of the best racing I've seen all season, and I knew it was going to be at this track because it just brings out the best in the SRW drivers. Close, hard, fast racing. This track seems to represent the core ethos of our leagues and our series. Really tight, really fast, a lot of respect, but really close, man. So close, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and the only thing that it has in common with Oran Park, sorry, not the only thing, but the last common thing that it has in common with Oran Park, and I think Oran Park was a track like this one where just invited battles. The thing that they're going to have in common with at the end is you're only going to be living on Scafie Street or Crompo Drive or something like that, and we're not going to see this in real life. But kudos to all the sims to get it out onto the servers and platforms for us to play. But there's really only one platform that you're going to get, you know, the drivability and the feel to it, and that's iRacing. But yeah, it's a shame that this track will go, but yeah, it's,
it'll live on with all of us, won't it?
Yep.
Just like Oran Park, and some others that have disappeared. Just a quick one while I remember. Earlier on in Discord, the boys having a bit of a chinwag and a laugh, and I said to Coleman, I expect big things from you tonight. And he goes, yeah, it hasn't been going too well. I said, yeah, I think I'm going to have to change your nickname to Dave Spinovich Coleman and take over my mantle. Because I'm sure the Fishy Boys would embrace that quite welcomely, because he's been doing a bit of it lately.
And I'm
Sorry,
sure you would, I'm sure you'll gladly handball that title.
Yeah, well, you know, that's one thing I have sort of stopped doing is the spins. I think I've managed one this week, so yeah, I'm quite happy with that so far. But you know, it's good fun, and it's one thing you got to remember about this league. We're all ready to take the piss out of each other and have a bit of a laugh, which is amazing. And being the owner of the league, I do tend to. I think that was deliberate.
He must be listening. He segued nicely into that. He's listening to the broadcast, Steve. They let us have fun. Did you say fun? Yeah. I'll have fun.
Yeah. We do. We have fun. We definitely have fun. Oh, God.
It's been a great night, that's for sure.
Cars, that's for sure.
No safety cars tonight. They don't get their track time while we're green as O'Reilly takes a eventful line through there, Steve. But race 3 of 3 for the evening, 2020 formats. I tell you, these guys, it's the first time for me in the booth. Shibby will be back next week, but thoroughly enjoyed so far tonight, mate, with these guys. I think going to give us the race of the evening coming up.
Mate, I reckon they're pretty much coming up to giving us the race of the year. You know, 2020 on Sandown with 30 plus cars on it. V8 supercars don't get around here without destroying each other, and these boys are doing it and showing quality of racing as well.
Well, mate, you know what the grand old saying is, and I think everyone that's watching and racing will probably agree to me, and I can say that because you're your boss man. That if it's not broke, don't fix, mate. So Sandown, I think it's not going anywhere on the calendars, especially if it keeps bringing racing like we're seeing here tonight.
100%, 100%. That's it's murder to get rid of it. It is, but we won't go there. All right, let's go through the grid, mate. The boys are getting ready to go. We've got, as we predicted, Brad Doble in the front row with Connor Nixon, followed by Freeman and Delaney, Whiting and Delaney Jr., followed by Maguire and Dyke. And in fifth row, we've got Nash and Vlasbom. Vlasbom's being our biggest riser tonight, followed by Bruce Tannock and Sam Noble.
And Pete's a little bit slow to the buttons there. Jared S. and Douglas for 13th and 14th position. Kirby and O'Reilly will start out of the 8th row. And Whitaker and Daly, watch them battle on. That'll be 17th, 18th. Chris Miller Funky, he had a good start. Watch him to start strong out of the box here for the third and final one here. He'll start out of 19th alongside Sean Nizisaka. Sorry, mate. Cal, good old Cal, 21st for Crisscross Racing. He'll start out of 21st for the third time. Dougie Cowan's 22nd. Anthony Visman 23rd. And Angus in 24th and a couple to go, Steve.
Couple to go, definitely a couple to go. And I can't read it because my screen's gone blurry. But these boys are going to be raring to go. Connor Nixon is... he could probably win the round tonight if he takes this one.
He's been consistent. He's been one of the consistent drivers here tonight. A couple of mistakes, couple of errors, and you know, he's found himself just not in the ideal situation. We've had 2 races. He's started from different positions in both races, and I still stand by. This is going to be the race of the evening. 20-20-20. It's worked well for the first 20. They've had a break in this one. Is that going to be a pro or a con?
Well, I think it's going to be a bit of a pro. They're going to, I think maybe they won't be as fast out of the blocks, but, I'm always wrong. I think right now you're going to watch the start from Freo and from Blake. They're really good starters, and the pressure on Doble's going to be huge into this corner. I hope he can keep the cojones in check and keep it clean all the way through. Because the pressure here is going to be outstanding, and you look at that, fishes everywhere.
Third 20-minute race of the night. The lights are up. They're out. Doble, Nixon, Delaney, Freeman. They're your first 2 rows. A couple of slower drivers in the back, Steve. And let's have a look at turn 1 again.
Nice, look at that.
3 wide.
My God, how the boys get through that? That is crazy. Doble's got a fantastic start off there, mate. I thought at one point that Blake was going to catch up to him, but Nixon got himself on the inside line and took that away. 2 wide down the back there. Looks like really coming. We've had a spin, and that spin is called for.
That's a fishy involved as well.
That was a few out there. I think that was O'Reilly that spun it, and while he was spinning, his nose touched Kirby and spun him around. Oh, we have our first safety car.
Our first safety car, and Connor Nixon only just got to the lead, and a car in between him and Delaney. I'm not too sure when that safety car was called, Steve. We might have to, just to make sure, we'll have to keep watching and see if Connor Nixon keeps that first position. Safety car's out on track, and this is why. O'Reilly.
7 has called it in. I believe that is, I know the voice. Who was that? Travis Daly has called that in. I think Travis was a passenger there. Oh, no, yeah. Oh, look at the impact of Kirby there on the right side as well. Oh, my God. Poof.
So it was that, get back here. So it was that incident. Lucky we were on the safety car. There we go. There's some cars. Yeah. But yeah, Connor Nixon, I think he just got that pass done as the safety car got called, and he's going to, off this restart, he's going to have a car, which is Doble, in between him and the school of fish.
Yeah, 100%. It's going to be very interesting. Safety car is generally, if we on a 23-20 split like this, super sprint series, generally we'll try to get him in and out as quick as possible. And
Who's blinking?
we probably won't see it again in the race.
Oh, this is no good. I can't grab anyone.
They've slowed right down.
No, amateur hour. Go back live, Pete. Go back live, Pete. That helps. There we go.
So here we've got the Race for Ready safety car going through, followed by Connor Nixon, and we'll skip Brad Doble's bonnet straight through to Blake Delaney, Thomas Freeman, Jamie Dyke made a few places up through there. He's done well. He's got himself in the 5th place. Michael Whittaker, Ty Delaney, Zachary Vlasmon up 2 places. Troy Maguire, Sam Noble. We are not to see Coleman yet. Where's Paul Coleman done it? Has he done it for the night?
Oh, hope not.
Might have.
I don't think he did. No, he's here.
Yeah. Breach, remind me how we do these vote things, because I'd love to know what the viewers think. What is their more preferred track? Oran Park or Sandown?
Shibby, is he watching? I know he's got family stuff on as well. So
yeah, Jimmy's. I hope everything's right with his in-laws at the moment. But he's out with the family tonight, as we say at SRW. Family first, so we hope everything's going well for him.
Yeah, 100%. It's been a big day for everyone, though. We're going to push through. What's today? Sunday. So, well, depression kicks in. We got work tomorrow. Let's go back, have a look at this start, Steve, because it was good again. That's one thing that I've praised these guys here tonight is the starts, the cleanliness of the restarts as well. It was a pretty good start from the 080 of Dykey, but Doble again has shown that that he can start these supercars.
Yeah, he got a great start. Yeah, one that bogged down in the field was young Ty Delaney, and he got passed by Dyke, and then that gave Dyke the option of getting around Michael Whittaker as well from the outside. So that cost a few of the boys some time there. But we've got amazing drivers here.
Come on, play, mate.
Here we go. Who we got here?
This is Ty Delaney's start.
Ty Delaney, so he bogged down a bit. Did he get a spin?
No wheel spin, mate. A little bit tentative on the throttle, I think.
Yeah. So race control's just giving them the last bit of preparations on how to go about. Tim Connor has got the track now. Safety car is in. The drivers have been instructed that they cannot pass until they pass the control line. It looks like Connor's gone early. He's put his foot down as they're coming out of the corners. That's caught Doble out a little bit, and it's got him pressure from Blake, because Blake got a great exit out of there. And I think that's Doble's top 3 out of there. Blake will get him into this corner quite easily.
Yeah, Blake down the inside. Doble, he wouldn't be too worried.
Yep, Dykey's putting pressure on the back of Freo. Oh, Maguire's...
Oh, big hip and shoulder in the back of field.
Oh, that's one of Tyson's boys that have just gone round. I can't see who it was.
Yeah, I think that may have been Coleman involved in that as well. If I've seen the car, I'm not too sure. That was Travis Daly.
Yeah, stay there. Freo's got pressure on Doble. He's going to take him on the inside. At the moment, he's a bit of a sitting duck for these boys. This is why I hate the safety cars, because you lose momentum and pace where you're at, and tyres cool down a little bit. And these boys behind you are pros on cold tyres. Dyke's going to take him next. He is a sitting duck, this poor kid.
Yeah, good on him though. He showed heart, he showed skill, and he can put up with these guys. And remember, he's not racing for the championship against these guys. He's got it in the back of his head, Steve. So he knows.
His next competitor is in 9th place, which is David Nash. So he is in the position right now where he doesn't need to really worry about these guys. He just needs to stay safe and stay clean. Evie Snow, go Connor Nixon. Yeah, he's having a great one. Ray Douglas loves Sandown. Yeah, I like it too, mate. It's one of my favourite tracks.
I think it's a crowd favourite, just like Eddie was. Nixon, Delaney, Freeman, Doble, Dyke. That's your 5. Whiting, Delaney, Vlasbom. Good drive for him. Up to Maguire, Noble. That's your top 10. 0.8 of a second from Connor Nixon to Delaney. We haven't seen a gap like that, I think, throughout the 3 races. Look at the yellow and orange everywhere. It's still yellow at the front, Steve, but Connor Nixon, is he has he learnt from what he's done in race 1 and 2? Can his car and tyres withstand this sort of pressure?
He's got to watch his tyres. He's got Pro behind him. Blake is a smooth driver, and his tyres are... Out of anyone, I'd probably pick him as his tyres. Him and Jamie, tyre management is ridiculous. You know? It's and he's just got to be careful. Oh, that wasn't a very good management, though. That was a bit of sliding there from Blake. But look at Dykey on the back of Doble. He's got pressure like crazy there. Doble just needs to keep it clean and try to keep a couple of cars between him and Nash. Nash is just coming through all time to landing too wide. And Whittaker sniffing in there as well. 3 wide going through there, trying to give each other a bit of help. Who is that there with Ty? That was Troy Maguire, no?
Yeah, so you got Troy Maguire, Sam Noble, David Nash in there as well.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, they all filter through at the last minute. 12th hour merging. Troy Maguire gets past Sam Noble. Mistake by Sam Noble. David Nash with a mistake there. He's falling through. That's the 911.
It's 3 trying to get into 1. They've got Douglas.
Oh, contact is around.
I hope that wasn't contact initially. I think that was Magan Turbo. I think that was... I think he was spinning originally before he went. And geez, I hope he requested a tow because he just left there. He'll get a drive-through for that if he hasn't. Oh, man.
Yeah, they know the rules.
Have a clean race, man. That's all I want. Bruce, I want you to have a clean race, mate. It just seems to be in the wars at the moment.
Jump back up to these guys battling. Brad Doble, I tell you, is showing determination. When you got this guy behind, we've spoke about having this guy behind you, mate. You've got it. Eyes forward. Don't even bother about this yellow and black fishy car coming at you because he'll live. Just eyes forward and keep moving. Great driving from Doble because I wouldn't be able to do it. But it's bringing his boss in. Michael will be saying to Jamie, "Hey mate, get a wriggle on. Don't let this guy slow you down."
Sorry, mate. I wasn't laughing at you. I could hear in the background. I could hear these boys talking, and I just heard someone call out Code Brown.
Oh no, David Coleman's coming through with another incident there as well. I can see it looked pretty recent.
Look at this, Douglas again. That's a replay. Is that a touch?
Yeah, so was that Sam? I'm not too sure who that was. Go back live. I'll try and figure out the names because
that was O'Reilly spinning, was it? And what was that, Magan Turbo? I don't know. My brain's gone, man. I'm phasing out. We've got just under 10 minutes left, people. I've got to keep it together for the rest of this race because the boys are putting a show on like you would not believe.
They are back up the front.
Blake's caught up.
He has.
Blake's caught up.
He's down to 0.3. It's teetering in at that gap. It was out to about 0.45. It's allowing these guys having a bit of a duel here. It's allowing Freeman in. That was my driver of the night to see whether he can pull it out. Doble and Dyke, and we've been speaking about this battle. I might travel a little bit further down and see what these guys are doing. That's Vaslon comes into shot there. We might go back down. Dave Coleman up 15 positions. There's a train in front of him, train in behind. But let's check in with Harry Dodds. Up 12 positions in the 981 Frog Leap Juiced entry, Steve.
Well. David Nash has got him some black and white flag for an unsafe re-entry. A warning. Didn't cause an incident, but nearly did. Oh, Harry's been aggressive through that first section, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he loves this track. He absolutely loves this track, but hasn't really been the night for him. Hasn't really been a night for a lot of people, Steve. But it's been a night for us though. Let's give it. That's one to the viewers.
Absolute hurler for us. I mean, people just need to look at the timing tower and have a look at all the orange and yellow times. This just shows you how close the racing is. Have a look at that. Oh, the boss man himself is put the nose in a little bit. Noble's gone a bit squirmy, but Mr. Whiting has got himself a sensational take out of that corner, and he's going to have this easy under brakes. He will be braking a lot later than Doble. The brake control of these fishy boys is crazy. So Doble is in a sensational position still. He's still got 5 cars between him and Sam Noble. So he just needs to keep moving along and keep himself in clean air and out of trouble. Sorry, Nash is the next car. He's 9, so there's 4 cars behind him.
So we're talking in terms of championship, I'm guessing. There he is.
Amateur to amateur. I mean, it's a smart thing to do if you just stay in behind Michael Whiting, mate. You just stay in the draft as close as you can and conserve your tyres, so in case you do have a battle later on that you need to defend, you've got it. Drive-through penalty for car 34, lap 9.
Yes,
34 is Jacob O'Reilly.
Timing flicking around, so just don't mind that movement around the grid. I don't think there's anything happening there. We'll let the timing sort out, mate. But
yeah,
it's showing Troy Maguire in the lead of the. No, it's not. Connor.
No.
Oh, it's me.
Connor Nixon at the front. That's right. It's looking good. Connor Nixon, Blake Delaney, and Freya, which is what we're seeing right now. And we've got a Mustang leading 2 Commodores. Or, sorry, are they Commodores? Yeah, they still are Commodores, yeah. These are last. Ladies and gentlemen, while you still can, this is the only place in the world that where you can watch a proper V8 Commodore and a Ford racing. It just doesn't happen anymore unless they're old classics now.
Yep. It's just think one blow after blow after blow for Supercars fans. You're losing tracks, hand over fist. Cars, your favourite teams, hand over fist. It's a good category, but we just got to find something there, Steve, and fix it, because what they're doing right now isn't working. But what we're doing right here at SRW is working. Look at the racing here at Sandown. Nixon, Delaney, Freeman, Dyke, Whiting. That's your top 5.
Glimpse of exactly Lasbom's bonnet. He's got something written there, and I just like to see what it says. That's it right there. I believe red.
Pledge allegiance to the Red Lion. That's a good segue to what we were talking about, Holden. I'm guessing with that groan, you're a Ford fan. Don't worry, Zach, I've got your back, mate. I'll keep Steve in his box.
Mate, I don't know.
There's only we bleed red, mate. There's only Holden or Holden, all right?
What is a Holden, mate?
What here we go.
That some vintage thing that everyone used to like. Yeah, you know that kids these days don't know what a window winder is. So in another 20 years, they're not going to know what a Holden is. It's going to be the same thing.
No, they're going to be the cars going for millions of dollars, mate. While the dozers and the dump are pushing the Fords away. Back to the race, though. 7 laps to go, or 4.5 minutes. We're not going to get laps again here tonight, Steve. But who has Connor Nixon got it for these guys here? Because Freeman was the driver I picked to be strong here tonight, and he has. Connor Nixon, I always knew he was going to be strong, but not this strong. I didn't think, I know Connor's fast, I know what he can do, but I didn't think he'd be this onto it here at Sandown. But I'll eat me words and me hat, because he's doing pretty good. Look at Freeman. Freeman really looks like he wants to move up. He wants to be in that second position.
I wouldn't put it past these boys to having a bit of a swap and let Freeman have a go on it. And if you can't pass him, they'd swap back. They've done it before. And what have we got left? We've got left 3.5 minutes, so we've got approximately 2 laps and a bit to go. We'll probably get 3 laps out of it. Now's the time to do it if they're going to try it.
It's a good little battle here. Troy Maguire is in the middle of Blasbomb. Actually, Troy's going to have a dive. No, thinks better of it.
Thinks better of it. Someone's having a go there on the back of Chase Douglas.
Yeah, I
Sort of go
think Gerard.
wide, trying to give a sniff, and he has made it past. Is that Coleman?
That's Angus.
Angus.
Nope.
Oh, that was a bit aggressive over the bumps.
To me, I think that's an out-of-sequence car. 640. No, you're right. There's Coleman.
Looking good. Yeah, so he was just making his way back through the ranks. Yeah, I must have jinxed him tonight. Doesn't matter, Dave Spinovich Coleman. You're all right, mate. You're good in my books.
With a nickname like that, you have something in common.
Yeah. Oh, yes, we do now. Anyway, the boys are just tearing it up everywhere. It's like, really, look, you know, Dottie's made himself some amazing movement. He's up to 14th position. He's on Cifuentes, and Cifuentes is missing a rear wing, so he shouldn't have too much issues with dispatching Cifuentes, even though he's driving the Commodore.
This isn't really a draft-dependent track, mate. So having the wing, not draft, sorry, the downforce-dependent track, well, not in the straights and that, you'll probably find that he may even pull away if they haven't fixed it up, because you remove your wing, if you haven't damaged any of your components here on iRacing, you're actually quicker.
Yeah, that's one thing they need to catch up with. You know, if you've got no front bumper bar in some cars, you can still get a fair bit of pace, which is crazy. And some also with the wings. Ray Douglas goes, get Shimmy back because he bleeds blue. Because when it's Shimmy and me in the room, it's usually just two blue-hearted boys. Now we've got this red soul that's popped in. Oh dear me, we still love you, Pete.
Oh, I tell you, amateur hour. All I heard when I'm on that, the battle for the lead is hot. Thanks, mate. Connor Nixon and Blake Delaney. Yeah, my headset went quiet, so you probably did lose audio there for a bit, and hopefully that little stab at the Holdens. But Nixon, Delaney, Freeman are heating it up with only 45 seconds to go.
The rear end of he lost traction out of that, man. You can see it just went a little bit of a sideways. We've got probably a lap to go after this one, maybe another one, depending on how they cross. We're looking at 19:25.
Well, you got to do it. Well, you got to do it in 25 seconds to cross the line. Will we see Connor Nixon lift? I don't think he's going to have the.
Look at the pressure. Look at the pressure here. Oh, Blake's not giving him no room anywhere. So we should see white flag come up as we go around this corner now.
Oh, it's going to be close, mate. I think we're with about 4 seconds. The control line's there with 2 seconds to go. We're going to see another lap.
Yeah, we're going to see another lap, peoples. And you've got Freo on the back of Blake right now too, sniffing too. And he's having a bit of a look, but thought better about it. Jamie Maxwell Dykes got himself up into 4th place after that earlier incident. Whiting's dropped off, Doble's dropped off, but Doble's still got himself a fair bit of space between him and the next amateur, so that will bib him the round for the amateurs tonight quite easily.
Yeah, good driving from a couple of the AMs there, but the battles on the front will probably hang with this because there's a couple of really big opportunities coming up for Connor, but Connor Nixon has really put it down. I'd like to see his last lap time here because he's put a gap of 0.4 of a second on Blake Delaney. Is Delaney saving something? Was Connor really that? Does he really want to win? Of course he does. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Connor Nixon's going to hang on to take the 3rd and final race from the 2020. Thomas Freeman and Blake Delaney are going to have a go over the line there as they
go through, and then followed by Jamie Dyke and the Kingfish himself, Mr. Whiting, and our first across for the line for the amateurs was Sam Doble. Sorry about that, Sam Doble, and he is done a Rupert race tonight, followed by Ty Delaney, Troy Maguire, James. This has gone wrong on me. Come on, SDK.
There we go. We'll get that up on the screen there for you as Connor Nixon starts to to celebrate at turn 1, and this is the interesting time to watch. How many guys are going to exit out of pits and cop a drive-through penalty? Connor Nixon, Blake Delaney, Thomas Freeman. Oh, there he is. Oh no, he's ripping some skids. I thought he jumped back in, but
yeah, doing some burnouts. Coleman's pitting in, poor fella. So in the pros tonight, we have got Connor Nixon in first place from Vermeulen Motorsports.
Yeah,
Vermeulen Motorsports, followed by Blake Delaney from Fishy Motorsports and Freeman from Fishy Motorsports in third. For our amateurs, we've got Brad Doble, who has taken out easily the round tonight. He's had a sensational drive, followed by David Nash and third, Gerard Cifuentes. So fantastic drive by these boys, and what an epic night. So much fun to see these boys rip it up, mate. I don't know about you, but that was, for improper English, that was one of the most funnest nights ever, man.
He puts the Westie accent on. The burnouts and the celebrations begin here tonight,
the
and
boys
well,
are ripping it up on there. Everyone's coming for a burnout tonight. And have a look at this grid. If you go from the front angle, you can see them all coming down at you. It is sensational. These boys are really putting a tribute out there for Eddie and his family. I really hope you guys have seen this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I wasn't as fortunate to get to know Eddie like everyone else was, but from what I'm hearing, he's an amazing person, and this one's for you, Eddie, and I'm going to shut up for a minute and you guys just watch this.
everyone that's tuned in throughout tonight. Obviously, it's the cause Racing with Eddie. And while these guys rip skids and celebrate, I've got a Corona in hand. If you got a water cordial, let's raise a drink. Sveti.
Ready.
I think we can. I think I can safely go into this without approval from you, Steve. But on behalf of all the sponsors, all the race teams, admin, league organisers, everyone behind SRW TV, this round 6 of the Simrigs.com V8 Supercars Pro Am series is dedicated to Eddie and his family. And definitely, we're all better for having to known him or come in contact with him. I tell you, I'll never forget you, Eddie, and I'm sure the sentiments from everyone will be that of the same.
He's the man, the myth, the legend.
What a night of racing, Steve. That was an absolute phenomenal race. Fishies didn't get the podium lockout as I sort of predicted. Thomas Freeman, my driver of the night, he didn't get through. Your driver of the night didn't get through, but well, the drivers that did, they definitely earned it.
Yeah, 100%. Hang on. So I'm just listening into race control, and EJ, Eddie's young fella, has shouted out to the drivers to thank them for everything tonight, for all their sentiments and everything like that. And the boys have just been congratulated by the boys, and just, you know, the drivers out there tonight. You don't have to, you know, they speak. The actions tonight of our drivers, what I'm trying to say, speaks volumes of the respect that everyone has for this man. So, yeah, it's amazing.
And out of probably the hardest day of his life, he shows maturity EJ, for listening. I did have the pleasure to meet you in person and your old boy. It was probably going back a couple of years ago now, when I was over getting my PC built, when I had dramas, as did so many other people. I know Heath made the trip up. I think he still races for Skeleton, Fishies, Frog Leap Juiced, 9-5, Macca and the crew over there, and the list goes on, mate. Yeah, sad day for sim racing, you might as well say, mate, but performances like this and events that will follow today's tragic day, look out on the Sim Racing Down Under, iRacing Down Under, and all their pages, because I think there'll be a few tribute events and just to mark the respect from just what a man he was and had time for everyone.
Yeah, 100%, mate. 100%. Look, we'll get in there and we'll have a bit of a chat to our drivers. So we've got in first place for the amateurs, we've got Brad Doble. Then we've got I think it's Jason Douglas and Gerard Cifuentes. Then followed by Frio, Blake, and Connor Nixon himself as well. So let's start off with the amateurs. We'll bring them. Well, I can't do it from this spot. I'll do it from this spot. But we'll bring Gerard Cifuentes in first, and we'll get these boys dispatched fairly quickly so we can have a chat a bit more. Here we go. Gerard, congratulations for your finishing in race 3, mate. How did you find it tonight?
Yeah, I went through a few setups actually, to be honest. The last race felt alright, even though I had pretty substantial damage there too. But
A bit more comfortable. What you find? Squeezing out the foot earlier.
oh, the first one I was trying a different setup, and I don't know, it just it was too slippery. And then the second one I tried to put more wing in it, and they were just smashing me down the straights. And then the third one, I found a good balance, and yeah, it was good. Besides
Well, I know what your boss would be saying. Your boss would be saying you should have done that all in practice.
Yeah. Well, I've been practicing with the other one, and it felt fine. But
Yeah.
it was race one. It was just I don't know what happened. Just felt different out there.
Yeah. How was the how did it feel tonight? That like as the amount of cars out there on this track, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. There's some pretty good battles there. I got pinged in the first race. I think it was a bit unfortunate, but yeah, you're always going to get into some sort of, especially if a rear grid here, like it was going to be hard to try and get through.
Yeah, it's a hard one, and it's there's not many cars out there that don't have damage on their paint. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey,
right, mate,
Gerard. Sorry, mate, before we jump to that.
Yeah,
hey, Gerard, it's Pete here, mate. Talk us through some of the battles that you were in tonight. You were in a fierce battle with quite a few drivers, and I think every driver out on track here tonight had the same problem. Oh, not problem. It's a good problem to have, actually, especially if you're sitting where we're sitting, Steve. But talk us through some of the battles that you had here tonight, mate. There's quite a few, so just grab your best one.
Oh, well, probably race 2, Jason there. He I was struggling at the end with the tyres there, and I can see him coming, but like if he had another couple of laps, he might have got me there. But yeah, just trying to keep him behind me was hard. Yeah, that was probably the main one for tonight. But
yeah, that was a great battle to watch, and you win a couple. That's why I said just pick one. But just one more before I throw you back to Steve. What did the tyres feel like in all 3 stints, all being the same but different battles? Did the tyres feel as bad in each at the at the dying stages, or did they differ?
The change of setup obviously helped a bit. It felt good in the last one, but obviously we had a safety car too in the last one that obviously lessened the impact, I suppose. But yeah, I thought the first one was slippery as hell. But yeah, I made a few changes and sorted that out.
Yeah, nice. Steve, I'll throw back to you.
That's all right, mate. It's always a challenge on this track to balance a good setup, especially when you come out there and you feel the pace of the other guys out there. That's for sure. Especially when you think, oh, this is feeling, yeah, exactly. This is feeling good, and all of a sudden you see everyone else's pace, and going, well, maybe it's not as good as they thought it was.
Yeah, for sure.
Listen, mate, we'll make Tyson proud and read off your sponsors and who supports you.
Yep.
And team.
Okay. First of all, Harvey Norman. West End Motor Group, Too Easy Finance, Night Rider Designs, Track Racer. Can't forget Cowie Music, and the Talk to Me Bro. And I just want to say condolences to the Fishy Boys and his family and friends of Eddie. Such sad news. It was good to see what we did today.
Yeah, full kudos to the drivers tonight. They put on an epic show for him. Congratulations, mate. 2 more rounds to go. Hope everything goes well for you for the rest of the season. We'll catch up soon.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Cheers, buddy.
See you, mate.
All right, next we have is Mr. Jason Douglas. Mr. Douglas, how you going, buddy?
Yeah, good use.
Oh, not too bad. Do you know what a U is, mate?
No, but I just use.
We'll get your English teacher to tell you that one. How'd you go tonight? Did you have fun?
First heat, I had a ball. Second heat, not really. Third heat, which I think was the final one. Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah. What was the issue out there? Tires, balance? How'd the setups feel?
My setup's fine. I just drive it. Yeah.
Oh, it's a tough one out there. Your driving was pretty good, mate. You were unfortunate then with the spin at what was it, the first corner in the second heat, and you're lucky to keep going because I think Dikey was coming around that corner and he nearly bailed you up, nearly slammed into you. He avoided you as well, so you both got off really lightly there. I thought if it was impact there, would have been all over Red Rover for that race for you. So it wasn't too bad. You got to look at the positives.
Yeah, well, I don't know where I finished in that second one, but still get points and hopefully get the championship by Chicago. But see what happens.
Yeah, definitely, mate. You're still on the hunt from what I remember. But look, mate, it'll be it's good to see you out there battling it on. Keep the chin up, mate. Every time you've had an average race, I'm hearing your chin drop. But you know what, mate? You're doing really well, and you're battling with some really fast guys. So take what you can out of it. Look at the positives. It's a better way forward than looking at the negatives, mate. Negatives is just there to educate from, and the positives are there to motivate you to keep winning, mate.
Yeah, well, I had packet loss as soon as I crossed the line in that last heat. Not that last one, but the second one, and then it probably has to go back down, or I'll get the guy to come have a look at it, see what happens.
Yeah. No worries, mate. Well, all right. We'll let you go. How about you shout out and let everyone know who supports your team and keeps you on track?
Well, firstly, I'd like to thank Mum and Dad. I think they're going to bed, but Mum and Dad, Jet and his parents for the rig. They're my sponsors are Warm Paints, Hobbs Boring and Trenching, Dead Heat, which is a clothing brand, and Lutsu Driver Performance.
Excellent, mate. Well, congratulations. Good luck for the rest of the season. I know you've got a lot to fight for still, so keep it up, mate. Chin up, and good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers, buddy. And ladies and gentlemen, next we have evening to Brad Doble. I think you'll have the round for that one, mate. That was a sensational bit of driving, mate.
Yeah, no, pretty stoked with that. It's awesome, man. I got gobbled up by the fish in the second race there, but yeah. Anyway,
dude, you'd lasted a long time. I mean, Pete vouched for it. A lot of guys that are faster and more experienced than you, mate, have got gobbled up a lot quicker. I think you laid about 3/4 of that lap, don't you reckon, Pete?
Oh, it definitely was. Brad, it's Pete here, mate. I was marvelling all throughout them races how you were able to hold off the likes of Michael Whiting, Thomas Freeman, Blake Delaney. They all got up there and right behind you and were pressuring you. Well, this is going to be a two-stage question, Brad, but firstly, how did you mentally deal with that, and how did you... obviously, you dealt with it pretty well because you led the Fishy Boys and led this whole this field for so long. Being an AM, you got to take a lot of positives out of that. And the second the second part to this was, I called it when you went from first to fifth back to first being the top 5 split for the grid that we just seen. Was there any tactical as that, or was that was a legitimate mistake and the fish are just too good and just bullied you? Actually, I called it as.
I definitely wanted to finish first. Let's put it that way. I
Yeah.
come down to that whole second last corner. Didn't shift down. I only shifted down to third, so I missed a shift.
Oh, okay.
And then I couldn't get out of the hole because I was going to give him a run down to the last. Well, actually, it was turn 3. The last 2 turns, I was going to give him a run all the way, but that was the plan.
They had momentum on you.
They had momentum. I couldn't get out of the hole. So,
Yeah.
And then when I got knocked off and went back to P5, I said this to my teammate too. I'm like, I bet you they think we're playing strategy here.
Hey, I called it and I thought it. So, good race brain to think like that, because I think anyone would have, but you just explained it well, mate. You wanted to win it. I know that would have meant a lot, an AM winning, and you may have been put up after that. So it may be a blessing in disguise, that one, mate. But well, you've shown the pace against these fishies in this whole field. You're an AM. You're moving through the ranks. You were almost going to take that one out, but I tell you, there's plenty of time left in the championship for an AM to take out a race win, if we haven't already seen it, Steve. But if we haven't, I think Dover will be the one to do it.
Yeah, very, very close. Just an off-topic question, mate. I noticed that you definitely got support there for breast cancer awareness.
Yep.
So you've obviously got some family or friends that have been through that battle.
Oh, that's me teammate. It's he's basically the manager of the TG Team Go Slow Racing. So
Yep. Cool. The only thing I'm going to ask you is just make the cleavage a bit smaller, if you could. Just make the cleavage a bit smaller for viewing purposes. That'd be awesome.
It was a bit smaller last week, actually. My car's actually a little bit more matured than his car, because his ones are a bit more uptight. I actually stretched mine down a bit. So
yeah, so we'll ask you guys to just make them a little bit less obvious, because it's not something we can really show on stream. But it is breast cancer awareness, and we do understand that. So and we'd like to help a lot of causes out there.
yeah.
Reach out. Who you got to thank for support and that follows you and supports you guys?
Basically me teammate Sean. He's he's basically he does me pit strategy. There wasn't much of a pit strategy there tonight. Same as usual. He's just basically in my ear. Just calm down. You got pace. You're matching it with these guys. Just eyes forward and keep going.
Well, you've done really well, mate. I think you made the team proud, and you've surprised a lot of people and put your name on the board out there, mate. So well done. Good luck for the rest of the season, and we'll catch you next week.
Yeah, no worries at all, fellas. Have a good night.
Mate. Love watching you tonight. Good job.
Thank you.
All right, mate. We've got the pros out there. We had in third place was it Thomas Freeman? It was, wasn't it?
It was.
We'll get 3-0 in there. Mr. Freeman, another podium position for you tonight. Not a bad night. How did it feel?
Yeah, good boys. I think it was just damage limitation for me. Well, I say damage limitation, but it was a great race. So, no, it was great. Kept it clean. Finished every race up in pretty much up the point end of the field. So yeah, that's it. We'll take it.
Yeah, it was pretty good watching you guys. At one point, I thought you were going to take it to Blakey there. It was it came a bit close, but tyres weren't lasting, or it was just that the pace was a bit different?
I just running the low wing, I think, very, very good down the straight, but just very, very, for myself anyway, just under brakes, it's very dangerous to make a move when they haven't made a mistake, or if you're going to leave it very late. So, just Connor on me, I made a little mistake coming out of the last corner, and he just had the drive, and then that's pretty much a sit and duck. But yeah, it was not worth it, the position I'm in, leading the championship. So I think I did what I needed to do tonight. I finished in front of Dikey and Mike. So, I did what I had to do pretty much.
Hey,
Tom, I think Dikey was doing some damage control, because he fought his way up to behind you for the last race. So he would have been cursing it. A bit of an off night tonight, the young fella.
Yeah, I think he made a bowl move into one, I think, and he locked the rears and made a little bit of a mistake. But I wasn't fighting anyone tonight, and also just on it, it was a night for I think I wasn't in the mood to battle anyone really, just to finish, and we were all there to have a little bit of fun tonight as well, just considering the conditions and whatnot. So yeah.
Yeah, excellent, mate. Well, you're still in a title fight. It's another 2 rounds to go. The 2 rounds? Yep, round 7. Another 2 rounds to go.
Awesome.
I don't even know where I'm sitting at the moment. And wise move, mate. Mum and Dad were in there earlier, and they did give you out a shout out. So well done. Do you want me to pass on the handbag to Blake to yell out the sponsors?
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, just thanks obviously to Fishy and the whole team, and just for what they've done and like the work they did. Blake's put in a lot of work. Kirby put in heaps of work. I think Coleman as well, and Angus and Mike. So it's really good. And even to SRW and you boys for getting on board. And you know they dressed up the safety car and racing for Eddie, and it's awesome to see. We ran the banners, so and even the parade lap was bloody awesome. And that doesn't that all doesn't work unless the community comes together. And SRW, the drivers and everyone come together tonight. And I think it means a lot more to people than what people actually think. Like on a Sunday night you think, oh yeah, this is awesome, but yeah, it means a lot to most of the boys in the team. So thanks.
No, it's appreciated, mate. We do our bit, and we understand the community out there. We live and breathe it. So it's our privilege to be involved, and we've waved a massive flag for a person that we won't forget in a hurry. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's it. No, thank you, boys.
All right, mate. Take care of yourself. We'll get the model in and
Awesome.
have a bit of a chat.
All right, cheers, boys. Thanks.
Good night, buddy.
Hooroo.
Mrs. Delaney, bridesmaid tonight.
Oh, twice.
Yes.
It's very annoying.
Yeah.
No, it was good. It was an awesome race, man.
It was
good fun with
mate,
the boys.
Me and Pete had an absolute blast. It was some of the best racing we've had for a while. We both thought there was going to be carnies left, right, and centre, but we had one safety car through 3 super sprints at Sandown. Who would have thought that?
Oh, absolutely. Look, Connor was way too quick tonight. It's good to have no safety cars and just have a bit of a shootout. Thomas was fast, and I'm glad that I could hold him behind. It's not really that easy to hold someone as fast as Thomas behind you, but he was pretty nice to me in the last race. I think I was pretty nice to him in the first race, but it was lots of fun, mate. Lots of fun. Connor was just on rails tonight.
He did really well. He had I can't remember which stint it was that he had off, but he dropped back to, what was it, 5th? Was it 2nd heat, Pete? I can't remember now. It was all so much action out there. I just can't remember. But
he won the first race and then started from 10th because obviously
that's right. Yeah.
Like 4th. Yeah, no, he did well. He did really well.
Yeah, he did really well. He was the outsider tonight. I was actually thinking that it was going to be a David Spinovich Coleman, but he's starting to live up to my name.
Make sure you say that to him when you see him next. He did. He had all sorts of challenges tonight, Coleman.
He did. Well, you know what I'm like, mate. Once I give a nickname, it sort of sticks.
Oh, David Spinovich, I love it.
He was quick to handball it. He was quick to handball it, Blake. It's Pete here, mate. I don't think I need to let you know that. I was going to ask Tom this same question, but you found yourself in the battle with this guy as well. You already touched on it a little bit, but how many plans, or what was the conversation in the Fishy Motorsport Discord with the plans to tackle Connor in the dying stages of the race? Because it looked like you had the pace to get to him, but you just didn't have the pace to pass him, it sounds strange. It does not roll off the tongue easily, saying that you guys didn't have the pace to pass him, but that's truly what it looked like tonight. You had the pace to stick with him, but just not to get around him.
Yeah, he was good off the corners. So we don't have any team orders, honestly, in the chat. If Thomas gets a good run and he gets up the inside, you saw him get up the inside a couple of times, and I had to brake a lot later to make sure that I could clear him for the corner. But Connor was just way too quick down the straights. He was running a hell of a lot less wing than what we were, which is like kudos to him. He's obviously a hell of a lot smarter in terms of the setup and drove an awesome race. He was good off the corner as well. That was where it made it really good. So off of the last turn and off of turn 4 onto the back straight, he just got a good enough drive to stay in front and having a lot less wing held him there, but did really well. I mean, there was probably a couple of times where we could have thrown it up the inside, but then you're a 50-50 whether you're going to take him out of the race, and I don't want to be taking anyone out.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's the good thing about this series is a lot of people think that way, which is makes life more enjoyable out on track.
Yeah, absolutely. Good racing by all. It was really good to see Brad Dover. Far out, he was fast tonight.
Oh, he's probably had the drive of the night. He was unbelievable. He's an amateur holding front row for 3/4 of a heat. It was pretty spectacular. It wasn't, and he made a mistake, and he got gobbled up after that. But mate, to sit out the front with you guys breathing down the back of his neck was pretty spectacular.
Oh, that's it. And I said to Mike, with a couple of laps to go, I said, get him. And Mike's like, I'm trying. But he was just fast, and it was good to see that. Good to see Zach up there as well, and Jace, young Jace as well. Yeah, I mean, he was pretty quick. Yeah,
there's a lot of the whole grid tonight had battles. We had about 4 or 5 battles going all night for every race. The first patch, second patch, third patch, fourth patch, and they were spectacular driving all the way through. Me and Pete had a blast tonight. The only thing was missing was a nice cold beer.
Oh, really? Okay, yep. You're off the beers, you two?
No. He speaks for himself there. I would say that, Blake. It was actually a good segue. I got to weasel my way into ask this question. Now, I made this comment in the call, and that's only because I've been around you boys a little bit. Steve, if you think back to when I think it was race 2, Ty was in the thick of it. He was actually holding you off, and he had all the boys behind him. And I said, I'd like to be a fly on the wall in your Discord, because I thought that what would be getting said at that time would be you saying, no, hammer him. He's a good training lesson. Is that round about the chat?
Yep, absolutely. No one's sort of untouchable. Doesn't matter who they are. If you're slower, then you can. Yep, absolutely. You have a go. But a bit of coaching going on, obviously, with him as well. At the same time, we were all just letting him know what's going on and where it is, and just trying to help him out a bit. He probably could have let Mike go a little bit easier at the back straight there. Like, late decision to let him go, and Mike and him communicating. But at the same time, like, I'm trying to teach him, if you're going to let someone by, don't let them by in the middle of a corner so you both lose heaps of speed. Do it on the straight and get it over and done with quickly, and jump in behind the person and catch a draft. So, but no, he did really well. I mean, I don't know where he finished, 11th, 8th, 6th, and 8th by the look of it. So that's a good night, especially with some of the guys that race.
He finished 6th for the last. Where did he finish for the other one?
He finished ahead of DNF Troyzer and the Beef Michael Angus. He was behind him, which is always good. Funky Miller was behind him. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, young fella progressing quite well at sea. Then we put him up to pro, and he's just lifted for the occasion, mate. He's done really well.
Yeah, he's real happy about it.
I think since he's taken pro, he's taken Dykey's place, actually.
Don't say that too loud. Gee,
I know, he'll be a grumpy old mole tonight, won't he?
I'll have text messages all day tomorrow.
I'll give him a call tomorrow and make sure he's all right. Make sure he's all got it together still. Haven't spoken to him for a couple of weeks. Yeah, listen, mate, it's been a night that I don't think a lot of us will forget. And it's been a pleasure to be part of the community, to celebrate the way we have. Might as well just finish off the night with you representing the Fishy Boys, and maybe finishing off the evening with a couple of comments about Eddie and what he means to you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. We had his young fella in the Discord tonight, so big shout out to him. He had an awesome time having a listen to the banter firsthand, more so than on the stream. But yeah, awesome legend of a bloke. Everyone loved him. It's not just the Fishy Boys. I want to make that really clear. The whole community as well. As much as he was really close to the team and had a lot to do with us over the last 4 or 5 years as a team, he certainly helped everyone out individually. I know the Juice Boys and a few of the other guys out there had a fair bit to do with him. So absolute superstar of the industry or of the social gathering that we have in terms of racing, and yeah, legend of a guy. So can't say any more about him, but love to say thank you to the Fishy Boys for what they did tonight. SRW and you two up in the booth, and the two boys also, Greg and Tyson in race control, for what they were able to organise. It's a bit of a pain in the arse trying to organise that many cars to do what we did, but a shout out to you guys absolutely for doing that. So we very much would like to thank the SRW crew and everyone involved.
Look, the rest of SRW crew have probably, most of them had more contact with Eddie than I've had, and it's our honour to celebrate a legend that won't be forgotten, and someone that we will celebrate again soon, I hope.
Yep, 100%, 100%. I'll get out of here. I'll just quickly reel these off. We'd like to thank our sponsors: West End Motor Group, Parramatta Peugeot Professional, Parramatta City Great Wall, West End Mazda, Parramatta Isuzu Ute, DC Shades, Relax Marine and Game Fishing, Precision Sim Training, Infinity Designs, and Battery Warehouse, Early Beach. And just a massive shout out to everyone in the community. And if there's anyone that needs a conversation or needs to have a chat, make sure you yell out to pretty much anyone that's in the community. Everyone's prepared to take a call, which is fantastic. And we are racing for Eddie. #.
We are. Excellent, mate. You're a legend. Congratulations. And 2 more rounds to go. Good luck for the rest of the season.
Cheers, mate. Have a good night. Thanks, Pete. Thanks, Cinco. Have a good one.
No worries, mate. And ladies and gentlemen, the winner of Heat 3 of the Simrigs V8 Supercar Series Super Spread 9 at Sandown, dun, 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 Mr. Connor Nixon. Hey, how are you, buddy?
Yeah, good. It's been
Didn't fall asleep while you're waiting for us in there?
No, I was eating my cheese platter. It was great. It's good.
You got some time. That's right. You're in WA, so it's only,
Yeah,
what, 6 o'clock over there?
About 7 at the moment.
Seven? Well, dinner time, mate. How was that for you, mate? It was a bit of an epic battle in 1, 2, 3 heats.
Yeah. I had a good little taste of the fish pond tonight. It was good. I had a really good battle with Freeman at the start. He just did his own thing, and I ended up going screw it because I was more trying to save the tyre. The boys have been really hammering into me to save tyres and get good exits. So I was saving tyre, and Freeman made a mistake, made a dive, and Freeman was just on my butt for the rest of the race. And then the rest of them were kind of history.
Yeah, so the question's going to be, how do you like your fish, battered or fried?
I don't like fish. I'm not even going to lie. I don't even
Shots
fired.
All right, listen, tactic. Tell me, coming through down the Penrite, down the back of the S's before the back straight.
Yep.
To me, it looked like you slowed down a little bit more to get them to slow down so you can get a better exit and slam it down that straight.
Give and take, I think it looks like that on stream, but because I'm running no wing, like the boys were saying, I was talking to Blake.
You had to go slower.
Yeah, basically, like when we came down Dandenong at the bottom of the hill, he would gain 5/10 on me just there, but I'd gain 5 to 6 in a lap, but he'd gain it just in that one spot. But yeah, no, I just had to slow
it
down a
worked
little
for you.
bit.
So you had to be cautious through those S's and slow down a little bit. And having less wing, you would have a lot better down the straight. And what it did for them was made it harder for them to get out of the corner as well. So I think your setup helped you with a pretty good strategy as well.
Yeah, the setup was great. We actually just jumped in tonight with a bit of fun in mind, and had a setup from Matty Jones himself. We did from Scops, and I've basically gotten fast this week because did a lot of training with Jake in Madison Down this week. So basically the setup was a bit sketchy at the start. Adjusted a few things in the car on the fly, she was all good to go. And big shout out to Matty. It was good.
Oh, excellent, mate. Well, it sounds like you had some good coaching this week.
Oh, mate, I've been hammered to go slower through corners, be less jittery on the wheel, and be smoother on the throttle, mate. I've been hammered with coaching and everything.
Good stuff, mate. Good stuff. Well, you got 2 more rounds to go. I can't remember where you are in the points system at the moment. I think you were sitting around 10th or something.
Oh, mate, I'm probably nowhere. I've been doing scops and everything else. So.
Well, this round will get you up there because I'm pretty sure you'd probably be pretty close to winning it. Not that we have a system at the moment that can tell us that, but you know, at the end of the day, did you have fun?
Yeah, it was good. It was really good. I normally race the fishy guys or get caught up with one of them. I mean, I swear I'm always going into one of them. But no, it was it was good to race them. Some good banter over the radio, and just it was a good night, just worth racing. But I think everyone didn't go as aggressive. They just wanted to make it look good on the stream for Eddie, upstairs. I was chatting to Delaney and saying, yeah, I'll put it on the banner of the car and run it for the next week. But yeah, it was really good. Like, everyone was just really clean. Nothing really dumb or anything was getting thrown around. But yeah, it was a really good night.
Yeah, it was, mate. It was a lot of fun for me and Pete, that's for sure. Pete, any passing words for young Mr. Nixon?
Well, it's not often I can call a race with Steve like I did tonight. That was it was pretty hectic. It had everything, didn't it? The 20-20-20 format. We don't see it a lot on iRacing. Are you a fan, Connor? Obviously, you had results here tonight, but are you a fan of the format?
My teammate would immediately go no, and I want an endurance race. But no, I don't mind the sprint formats. It keeps it alive. When you're up front battling with people, you'd hope it's a bit longer so you could stretch the gap out. But because it's sprint format, you can really make it interesting and have some really good battles and actually learn a lot from the race. And not be, I guess, yeah, you can learn from a lot of it.
So be more courageous, don't you?
Yeah.
No, patient, courageous.
Patient, yeah, probably patient, maybe. Like, I think it's more, you don't want to do a dumb move because you know that you're going to be a bit further down for the next race, so you've got to keep it like a really smart head on you.
Well, if you watch the race back, you'll hear me say that Connor is a very fast driver. That probably sometimes patience gets the better of you.
You're not wrong there. You're not wrong there.
Sometimes you just need that extra lap or two to make that move, and you go for that first opportunity rather than the third opportunity. So you just need to size up your victim a bit more. And I think once you get that, you're a weapon now. You're going to be a bigger weapon once you get that.
Yeah, well, let's hope so, eh? Like, it's Jake's been hammered me, basically saying, gotta wait, don't be so aggressive. But on the other hand, he's not aggressive, and he's such a nice driver. Even Delaney was texting him going, "Oh mate, we were just talking about you. You're so nice on the track." So it's a funny situation there. But yeah, no, it was a good night. Like, really enjoyed it.
Excellent, mate. Well, if Pete's got nothing else to ask, can you please let us know who supports Vermilion and yourself to get out and track and have that fun that we have?
I got one question, and I just thought of this one before. I think that now your mum's tasted success on iRacing. That's why she probably showed a little bit of empathy, mate, and gave you a cheese platter to smash in the green room. So on your mum.
No, I've been pretty successful over the past with Supercars NZ. She's seen all that. So, versing Gisbergen and all that back in the day. So, no, she's seen all of it. It's just coming over to more of the old stuff. It's, the competition's definitely more there, but in NZ you definitely learn more racecraft. So, yeah, I guess it's the little fine stuff now. But, yeah, no, for sure.
Awesome, mate. Do your shout out to get you here.
Big one, major sponsor of the car, Belling Motor Group. They get us here. So Nick from the team gets us here for the big sponsorship. Race Labs overlays, they're on the car. We use them in our car and our sim, which is really nice. Dr. Proxy, Matty Brunt, we love his work. He's one of the big sponsors of the team, and one of the first onto the team as well when we started. Bird, he's new on the car. He's actually on the back of my car. Turn-in apparel, and I think that's it. I've got the list here, but there's some that needs to be crossed off. So, yeah. That's basically it. And yeah, a lot more coming onto the team very soon.
Excellent, mate. Well done. Congratulations, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the season, dude. It was an epic fight. When you watch back tonight, you're gonna have a laugh and a blast at some of the racing.
Oh mate, I think I need a shower and a shave and get into bed. I'd say the other thing, but no.
Yeah.
No, it was a good night, and it was good to get on the podium because I know my teammate Jamie's always up here, so he was always bugging me to jump into the green room, and I was like, yeah, I'm getting there, mate. I just need time. So,
Well, you made some time, mate. You had a great race tonight. Well done, mate. All right, we'll let you go. Good luck for the rest of the season, mate, and we'll chat soon.
Very easy, thank you.
Cheers, Kai. We've got a guest in here that snuck in under the. Did you leave the door open, Pete?
I must have. Sorry.
Mate,
We've got
you
our
don't
race
know what's going
control.
to crawl into this room when you leave the door open, mate. Tyson, Mr. McAvoy.
Yeah, gentlemen, how are we doing?
Not too bad, mate. What brings you into the room during broadcast?
I just wanted to say a big shout out, definitely to all the fishy boys tonight, and all the boys in the entire SOW who participated in tonight's event. You know, it just shows the community that we have here. To send off one of our teammates, our co-drivers, whatnot. It means a lot from us, and definitely think Stephen would back that as well. So thanks everybody, and to all our viewers, you know, for having the support behind our boys. It is great to see the sim community. I guarantee you would have said it already. Come together like this on a night to celebrate and to remember. So big shout out to you guys. Thank you.
It's we've been going on all night, mate, and it's thank you for coming up and giving the rest of the team a voice, which is always good because it's usually just me waving a flag for you guys. So appreciate that a lot. How was the night in race control tonight, mate?
It was good, nice and relaxed. Incidents here and here, but the racing on track was amazing. So I think we've done everybody here proud. It was awesome, especially that battle at the end there for that final race, seeing the three of them pushing, and you know, Connor's fast in the straight, and then Delaney coming straight back at him down in the braking zones, but just couldn't nip him on the straight line. It was good to see different parts of the cars. You know, Connor's great in the straight line with, you know, probably 10 wing. Blake's amazing with 15 to 16 wing on his cars, and drive is amazing. But you know, it comes down to that setup for a sprint race. That's the action we wanted to see.
Yes. Yeah, the setup and strategy in the end was so close. It was ridiculous. You got cars set up at different ends of the spectrum, and they still only a couple of tenths apart, which is brings us out to some fantastic racing tonight. I think when people watch this back, they won't just remember Eddie, but they will be in awe of the quality of driving tonight, which was sensational.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah. Well, Tice, Pete, I've had an absolute ripper. It's Sunday night. We've celebrated a great man. I hope his family lets the good wishes and the support of the community make things a little bit easier. Nothing's going to make it easy, but just puts an extra smile on your face. Thank you to all the community that supported all day today, all of my team in the background, and all the drivers that make this Sunday night happen every week. The way the community gets behind us and the way the drivers get behind us and support us is amazing, and it's an honor to be involved and to race and participate in something very special, which is SRW at the moment. So thank you to everybody.
It was a great night. Sorry, Steve. It was a great night tonight, and yeah, you summed that up, Steve. So well, keep tuning in on SRW TV. Well, 5 nights a week now, Steve. If you've got nothing else to say, we'll catch you all on the next one. Hashtag racing for Eddie. Everyone's better for have known you, mate, and this one's for you and your family.
Good night and God bless.
It's a total one. This is amazing. Going to clash heads again.